Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today is 3/7/2017. This is our live session. We're going to go over a bunch of different stocks, bring a symbol, punch it in. Let me know which way you want to go, long or short. It doesn't matter to me. Hold on a second here. And let's get this show on the road. Go to my website, sign up for my free membership. You'll get an email before we go live. And you can come on in, join, and let's make something happen here, guys. All right, let's get into the usual suspects. The SPY. SPY, a little bit up and down action today. Gap down. Let's go intraday on the 10-minute. So let's see here. So we gap down into this moving into the old gap fill. We got a little bit lower, almost to these little pivot highs here. We were talking about this yesterday. Went right into that. Also, this trend line bounced straight up. I don't know if some news came out here or something, but bam, we went straight back up. What's up, sir? How's it going? And did we fill the gap? Yeah, pretty much filled the gap here and straight back down. Now we're chopping around in our favorite time of day, lunchtime on Wall Street. Light volumes prevailing, 25 million on the day. So there's really nothing heavy going on here. Hey, what's up, Michael? How's it going, bud? So not, can't really say too much today. Again, light volume, 25 million. Let's go to the 60-minute chart here. Get our handle on this a little bit better. Yeah, we're holding this old gap fill here. We're starting to go on an inside bar, bearish pattern. Let's see if we get back above the moving averages today, or do we just, consolidate inside this bar and possibly setting up for the next leg down. Don't really know at this point. On 25 million, it's hard to sell in these markets on that type of volume. I've seen it before, but you just never know. Here, let me adjust something here, guys. My volume. A little bit loud. Turn it down a little bit. But yeah, so it's still another light volume day. This is what the markets are doing. You just got to respect it and then play other stocks and try to make some money in this environment. So, but let's go to the IWM real quick. IWM, same thing, just chopping around, intraday action. Let's go to the 10-minute. Same thing, down 28 cents, kind of chopping around, came to the lows of yesterday, holding that. So let's put a trend line in there. Pretty much holding these lows. So let's see. We did make a new low on this one, but it did go up into the moving averages. Let's see if we could get above them and stay above them. We got above it here, never confirmed, came right back in, and then boom, another inside bar on the 10-minute chart as well. Same as the SPY, same as the Q, same as the DIA. And pretty much the same as everything. Let's look at the IYT as well. IYT is a little bit weaker on the day. What do we have on this? On the transports, 46 down. Just 23 on the Dow Jones. S&P's 4.28 and the Nasdaq's 4.62. So not just a boring day. Went to hit a little bit of golf balls and came back, and here we are. So I'm glad I did that. Let's go into the Qs real quick here. Yeah, I'll start looking at stuff in a minute, guys. Q, same thing. This one was just a monster though. Gaps down and bam, straight up. Pretty incredible action here for a non-volume day. But straight up, right back in the double top here. Pretty much hits that from 2 days ago and straight back down. Now it's an inside bar trying to get above the moving averages. Let's see if the Qs can make something happen today. The IBB's down a little bit today, so that's not helping the Qs. The IBB is going to have to go green to help this one go up as well, and I don't know if we're going to get that. Let's see, 106 on the day in New York. We're coming back on the IBB. Yeah, we'll see. We get another hour, or so. We'll see what happens around 2 o'clock, 2:30, and we'll take it from there. SPY's getting another bid, though, of course. Again, light volume. You can't even see the volume anymore. It's just so pathetic. Look at this. So it just disappeared. Look at this. This is the Qs, though. So we get some pretty good volume here. They push it up on the last one here. This is when you would want to short it for an intraday scalp. Pulls back nicely. You pull it off, and you're done. But when you start getting volume like this, how it's like goes light, 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 and then you get a nice little push because they're pushing everybody out because they know they're coming into some resistance here with the double top. So they got to give it everything they got. Double top from here yesterday. Comes here, a little bit, a couple tails, and then straight back down. So, gosh, I wish I was here for that one. Man, I would have shorted that one. At least take 50 cents off that. So, all right. So let's go back. What else? The DI I'm not even going to look at. The IYT. IYT is a little bit weak. Let's go to the daily chart on this one. We've been talking about this, going back into this area, pulling back, going back, going back. See how they try to get it, blow through it and get everybody all hyped up again to get everybody on board. Oh, here it goes, double top. You get the talking heads. It's blasting through the double top. Time to get into the transports. And then boom, 4 days of downside. We are back below the 20 moving average on the daily. Let's see if we hold. SPY's catching a bid. Qs are catching a bid. IWM's a little bit weak. It's not going up, but give it a little bit of time, guys. They'll start squeezing this crap up in a minute here. Let's see here. Was from 303. Did you do the short? Yeah, we added shorts on the IBB the other day. So if you did those puts, those should be okay. We are down a little bit. I'm still thinking we get a little more down action in the IBB. But what's up, everybody? Let's go into the USO real quick. Where's the USO? Yeah, USO has been fading. But right, again, we're in this range, guys, and until we get, I'm still thinking it's bearish until we get some direction here. If we crack through this area or if we break through the, bottom area here or the 200 moving average, we're just going to keep going sideways and, just holding our shorts in the USO and see where this thing goes. Gosh, here we go again with the SPYs, with the SPY. This is just unreal. And this is why, you know what? I'm going to start going golfing now, taking my time. This is the stuff I can't stand watching. I'd rather put on swing trades and let them all come in. The indexes I'm short too, but this is just ridiculous action. You know what? It's just market makers shaking people up and down, or especially the E-mini, the future traders. It's just like everybody goes short at the bottom, then they squeeze it up, and then it just drives me crazy. But look at the action on the USO too. It gaps up, and all day long it's just fading. So, I don't even know what's going on anymore. No, I'm kidding. But again, UUP, same thing, faded, throughout the day, gapped up. UUP's up a little bit, nothing big. If you go to the daily on the dollar chart, nothing wrong. We're back above the moving averages. Came back, hit the 50 MA, bounced up. Let's see if we could continue up on this one here. Yeah, the IBB's bouncing. It's just getting to be stupid. Light volume. Markets push up. Everything's pushing up. That's the way it is. That's a market trade. And then the GLD, everyone's asking me about JNUG, stuff like that. We did pull back. We're back into the 50% retrace. This could go back down to 115, guys. Right now, it's a little bit weak. I guarantee everybody loaded up on the long. The talking heads must have put a buy rating on gold. Time to buy gold. After it's rallied 100, 12 points. Now it's time to get in. It's like nobody talks about getting in here except for me, a couple other technical traders. But to get up on gold after a 20, 107, 13-point move going into resistance, you got to wait for the pullback. If you want to get in gold, maybe around 115, this thing might pull back a little bit lower. But right now, there's really no pattern other than a slight retrace. If we do take the bigger, let's just see what this goes here. If we remove that fib, let's just go on a shorter fib from here to here. Here we're going to the 618 retrace and the 750. So this isn't bad. Around that 115 area, that might be the area where this thing might shoot up. If you look at the weekly chart, a little more, we had a nice reversal and now it's following through on the week. I want to see where this thing closes on Friday. We did fill the gap down here, and let's see if we could bounce up. We also have the 20 MA for some support as well. So you're going to have a lot of support right around the 115 area. Let's see if this thing can hold, or is it going to pop back up? Again, there's really no pattern on this thing. I mean, this is slightly bullish, but still below the MAs here, but did achieve getting above the 20 MA on this part. So you got to respect it. I'm long gold, so I'm going to hold on to this thing. Everyone's looking to get in the JNUG. That thing's just getting slaughtered. JNUG maybe around $4, but this thing can reverse at any time unless it goes a little bit lower and goes to the 15 even number area, and then it could possibly bounce. So who knows with that one. Yeah, I'll be getting into some stocks. All right, well, that's it for now. Let's go through some of these. What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing today? Hopefully great. I'm doing awesome. Took a little bit off a win today, and I don't even know which other ones. CMG's coming down. I don't know. Maybe people are starting to wonder with Billy Ackman's position pulling out of there. But see, you know what? Let's pull up CMG real quick here. Maybe we can find a bounce area because everything's, SPY's bouncing, everything's going up. Let's see if we can find something intraday here. See if we could find a level where this thing could possibly stop. Gosh. Well, you know what? Gap fill right here, guys. All right. Well, if the markets start to move up, someone keep an eye on this. So around 4, well, I could keep an eye on it. Hold on. I'll put this on another chart here. So right around 403, this thing could possibly bounce. But before we do that, let's look at some. It's got to go straight shot down into this. I'd like to see more volume too. So if we get into that area, we could possibly bounce around 403. That looks like a gap. Hold on. Let me pull it on the 10-minute chart just to make sure. I want to get exact numbers here, guys. So 403, let's see here. Hold on, takes a second here. All right. All right, yeah, 403.05 roughly on CMG. So if this thing comes in right here, let's see if this thing's going to bounce. Let's look at the daily really quick, see if there's any other support on the daily. Yeah, on the daily, you got the 750, you got the gap fill. So yeah, this, you know what, we get another buck on this thing. Unless the SPY starts to sell, then I wouldn't do it. I'd wait for double bottom, but we might be able to get a quick scalp right here. Let's see if this thing comes in. Here we come. Let's go back to the 10-minute. All right, guys, we're getting closer. 403.68. Again, no, this is high. Something's going on. I don't know if any news came out on this one or anything. So the SPY, the Qs have to continue up if you want this thing to bounce. This thing could flush out the 400 even number two. If you got some gonads, you could possibly take this thing at 403 if you wanted to give it a shot. So keep an eye on that one. I'll try to. I'm going to go through. I'm just going to start going through charts right now. So, all right. Twitter looking for a bounce, but I think it crashes to 14. Thoughts? All right, let's look at Twitter real quick. Keep an eye on that CMG. 40. I would wait for maybe 403.90 or 402.90, 402.80. Let it pierce the gap fill and let it go down a little bit more. And then if the markets catch a bid, the SPY and everything, this thing should bounce. So let it do like 20, 30% or 30-cent pierce. If we could get that, it might even go to 402.30. It's Chipotle. So anything can happen with that stock. So just be careful. Don't load the house. Take a couple hundred shares. If you get a buck or two out of it, then that's fine. But again, it's we're right in the lunchtime hour. It should bounce, but let's keep an eye on that one. So Twitter, let's see here. Twitter on the daily. Gosh, breaking down again. You have the gap. You have a gap fill right. Well, you're in the gap fill right here, right around 1533. If that area does not hold, then you're probably going down to 14 bucks. Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, down here, even though it's just a news-driven stock, that's the only thing I don't like about Twitter right now. It's like, oh, they're gonna have a buyout. They go straight up. Oh, it's gonna go. They're not doing a buyout. Then it goes straight down. But yeah, $14. That wouldn't be an area if you wanted to nibble. Remember, don't go all in. Just inch in at 14 because it could go to 13, 12, 11, 10, depending on how the markets are going. If the markets are full-blown selling off, then everything's going down. So keep an eye on that as well. All right, 403.77 on Twitter or on CMG. So we'll look at that. Yeah, so that's if it doesn't hold this area here at gap fill, then you are probably going down to this area here. There's a gap fill right here. There's a gap fill around 1450, and right here, it's starting to break down right now. Let's look at one. Well, let's just see if there's a retrace in here. You might be at the 7.5 now. Nope, no retrace. So yeah, 14 bucks. You might want to be a buyer on this one, but like I said, don't load the house and just be careful with this one because you get some news, you can wake up and this thing's tanking, or you get some news, this thing could fly straight up. So, URBN. Geez, that's an ugly chart. Yeah, if you're let's see here. If you're short, you're doing all right, especially from this area here. If you're short from the $28 area, just hold tight for now. Let's see if we can possibly, man, you got double bottom at 25. It did pull back. See anything else down here? You have a low pivot here, which I held before. You still have a gap fill around 24.62. That's where I think it's probably going. Then you do have a lower pivot around 24.33. So you got to keep an eye on that as well. 24, well, close enough for government work. And then if that does not hold, gosh, you got a little more room to run. This could be a $20 stock, especially coming off this little bit of consolidation. Can't get above the 20 or the 50 MA, chopping around, coming down, sideways, bearish manner, starting to break down. Unless it gets some news or some upgrade or something like that, I believe Urban's possibly going to be going lower. You know, it still has to crack the $25 even number. If it cracks that, it's going to fill the gap. See how it fills the gap around here and then maybe sets up sideways for another set, you know, another bearish pattern. But if it goes right through this and goes through that pivot, then you're going to start looking at even numbers. 24, 23, 22, 21. Ultimately, you have a big pivot here around 20 bucks. Around 20 bucks, maybe a buyer, but you also have a little bit lower pivot here around 931. So just watch for that. So if it cracks through this, cracks through that, then you're probably looking at 23, 22, and then it's probably going to go for that $20 number. Markets are starting to break down, then it could go possibly lower. So if you're short this one, perfect. If you're long, just tighten those stops up. If you crack through the 25, then it's possibly going to go lower. But you gotta mark it up with the markets or line it up with the markets. Markets are catching a bid, it will go up, or it'll help it go up. If the markets are bombing, it will definitely go down. So, and that's why what we call a market trade. All right, guys, Chipotle's coming in 403.51. It's getting a little bit closer. Let's see, we got 51 cents still. All right, I'm a little bit behind on these. What's up, guys? Amazon. Let's look at Amazon. Amazon just holding it up here. You know, we're holding this 20 MA, we're holding these double tops. You know, it is chopping around, came back in, started to float, filled the gap, came right back down. Let's wait if we get a little more bearish consolidation here. If we do, then it's going down. For me, guys, I'm shorting all these high flyers. I don't care what names they are, whether Google, Facebook, Netflix, Amazon, I don't care. The higher the better, because when these markets pull back, and they're due for a pullback, it's going to be fast and furious. I want to make sure I catch that nice, you know, pullback. And then again, I'll be a buyer. I don't care. I'll go long, short, doesn't matter to me. I just want to be in some of the best trades I could possibly be in, and I don't care which way they go. I just want to make money. But Amazon, you know, nothing wrong. You're above the MAs here, chopping around, but this is slightly inside bar bearish pattern. You know, they tried to get it up, filled the gap, came in. So right now, nothing wrong. If you're long, just tighten the stops. If you're short, just hold on, and I think we'll have lower prices to come. You know what? Let me punch up CMG. Seems like, all right, so where is this thing at? All right, 403.39. So we're getting closer, guy, to the gap fill. So let's see if we can come down again. We'll probably pierce through it. And if it doesn't, if we miss it, oh well, whatever. But if it needs to come down, what time is it? All right, so we got the new candles coming in. So yeah, if this thing, all right, here we go. New can. I think I'm behind here. All right, yeah, that's why I was looking. Something's up here with my charts. Maybe we just clicked over. I hope I'm not lagging. Well, anyways, all right, we're going down. We're a little bit lower here. Yeah, something's. Let's see. Oh no, nothing. I'm good. All right, SPY's pulling back a little tiny bit off the 50 MA. All right, here we go. Let's see if we get. Yeah, I'm getting some weird. All right, let's see. 403.20. All right, let's see if we can get into this. 403.33, 403.10, 06, 05. Let it pierce, guy. Let it pierce. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a pierce. All right, here we go. We're filling the gap right now. Let's see if we can. All right, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Come on, a little bit more. One big dump. Well, it went down to what? 10, 40, 402.91. All right, here we go. Here we go. Come on, a little bit more. Give us like 20 more cents, 30 more cents. But the market's got to bounce. Come on, come on. I want to be patient in these markets, guys. So, you know, looking on the daily on this one, this one's coming in really nice. I'd rather have it, you know, pierce it by 50 cents or so, and then, you know, pull up for the bounce. Yeah, just chopping around. Let's see if we can get one more flush here. We're at 2 minutes into this candle. SPY, I would love the SPY to go up on this trade, but if the SPY starts to sell, this will probably go lower. So if someone wants to take a stab at it here, just go light, you know, do a couple hundred shares if you can do a couple hundred shares and hold. If it flushes down a buck or so, you just got to get the hell out, because it will probably flush down. It might even flush down to the 400 even number. And that's why I'm kind of like, you know, but it's not the bad trade. I did enough stuff today in the last couple of days where I'm not going to take it. But at this point, well, we'll see. We'll see if it flushes through this area. Sorry, guys, we're sitting around here. But I want to see if we can make a little bit of cash here. I like the fact that we came off this little bit of bearish pattern. We're 3 bars down into the even number and the gap fill. So I like that even a little bit better. I mean, if you guys want to take a stab at it, you can. just go light on the share size. If it pulls back a little bit more, 50 cents, you can add a little bit more. I'm going to see if it does pull back though. Sometimes I don't like that, if the SPY's, kind of moving up, you're going to miss the trade, but this is a pretty good area too with the even number and the gap fill and a pretty good sell into that area. All right. Well, we'll see. I'll keep an eye on this one. Keep an eye on this one. If it goes a little bit lower, I might hop in. But if you want to take a stab at it, I have no problem with it. If it flushes out, and then you just have to step aside. All right, let's see here. Amazon, IBB. Yeah, IBB, that was great. We added more shorts in that one here when it hit 300 up in this area and had a nice pullback today. But we came into the tops here on the hold on here, guys. Let me pull this off. But we came into the double top here from the old highs at 295 or so, even number. Had a nice pop up. This thing is down what, a couple bucks, 250 on the day, but it was a great pullback from this area. I wish I would have took a short-term trade where I would have been out already. But we added more to the IBB. We also are in the XBI short as well on the biotechs. All right, so Chipotle's at 402.96. We still got 6 minutes left to this candle. So if this thing doesn't start to bounce, if you're in this thing, then you got to just be ready to get out of this. So it's Chipotle. I mean, these things, and next thing you know, Billy Ackman came out. Oh no, I didn't sell my position, and the thing goes straight up. So let's see if that area will bounce. Again, the SPY has to bounce, the Qs have to bounce, the markets have to catch a bid, and Chipotle should bounce. And honestly, we could probably get a couple bucks out of it. So let's see if this thing comes in a little bit more. But the IBB, if you would have went short up here, that's fine. Just wait. Right now, there's really no pattern, but I do like the fact that we're under these lows here. Let's see if we can close under those or if they claw their way back up and get it back above these pivot lows here. But we did fill the gap down here right around 297.34. So let's see if they at least make a move for that. But, little bit of action in this one. Look at this. And they, shorts cover from a short-term trade. They cover, pushes it up, get back in, back in. We come back to double top, and now it's pulling back. Remember, guys, if you took the CMG trade and the markets start to sell, this thing could go lower. I got the last at 42.95. I have it on another screen, so I'm watching it. So 402.91. So just be careful, especially if we go into the 130 time frame. If we get through this 10-minute candle and it doesn't bounce, then just tighten that stop up and just make sure. All right. I don't want anyone to get clobbered today. Like I said, light share position, couple hundred shares. If it gets to 40. Oh, we got 4 minutes. It's got to bounce. Let's go back to CMG, so I can show you guys what I'm looking at. So I like the fact, we're getting more volume too. So this could be it. So we're at 402.82. It went down to 82. Let's see if we could get 10 more cents on this one, and I'll take a stab at it as well. Like I said, I'll do 100, 200 shares. I'm not going to go anything big, guys. If it goes down a buck or two, I'll just get the hell out. So let's see. Got some 89, 99, 91, 402.80. So someone's trying to do something here. 402.89, 402.91. I like the volume that's coming in, guys. I see some bids at 402.83, 88. Come on. 89. I do like the volume on this one, though, guys. It is starting to pick up. People are starting to sell. People are starting to give up. All right, we have some prints off at 402.74, 82. If I do, like I said, a couple hundred shares, I'm not going to go crazy. But the SPY and everything, all right, here we go. We're getting a nice little flush out now here. 61, 60. What's the low of the day? 402.60. 402.78, 77. Yeah, why didn't those, the 402.60 I even have on there? Below the day is 402.77. All right, 402.77. Come on, a little bit lower. Come on. Gosh, I'd like to see 10, 20 more cents. I do like the volume, though, guys. It is picking up. We are going to shift over in that next candle in a couple minutes. The SPY and everything has to bounce, and the IWM's coming in now. The SPY is starting to come in a little bit more, so Ah, damn it. I can't believe it's not going. Come on, a little bit more. All right, guys, I'm in at 402.75. I took a little stab at this thing here. Let's see if we could get a bounce here. I'm not looking for much. That's a 25-cent Pierce. If it keeps going down, I'll probably just get out. We'll see. Not a big share size, nothing crazy. All right, let's hold on a second here. Let's see if we can get a bounce on this one. IWM's coming in, the SPY's coming in a little bit. I do like this area. I like the fact that it pierced. The only thing I don't like is that we're going to go into the next candle. If the next candle clicks over, we might end up selling off. Well, we'll see. We're going a little bit lower. 402.60, 402.58. Low of the day, we got 402.55, 402.80. Wow, it's right not going to bounce. If I get a buck on this thing, $2 out of this thing, I'll get out. And if it flushes out a buck, I'll be out. There we go. It's flushing out now. Ah, gosh, we have good volume too. All right, let's see if we could go down a little bit more here. I added a little bit more, guys, at 402.50. My stop out will be 401.75, 401, maybe 50 in that area. There it goes. Jeez. So then everyone's, if you guys are taking this long trade, we're all going in, and now they're flushing it in our face. That's why I wanted to wait as much as I could on this one. So low of the day is 402.28. Let's see, we're going to click over right now, guys. So let's be careful with this one. I do like the volume with this one. We got a little more selling where people are starting to freak out a little bit. You're like, oh my gosh, how low can this thing go? But, not knowing that we are in a pretty good gap fill, we did come into the 750 retrace over here. So we do have some support. And even as it was coming down, we had the 50 and the 200 here too as well. So if you're in this with me, hold tight. Let's see if we could get the bounce. If the SPY and everything starts catching a bid, it should help us in this trade. If it does start getting past 402, 401.78, then we're probably going to have to, 401.75 or so, we'll probably have to step aside and just say, hey, we gave it a shot. So that's all we can really do. All right, let's see if we could get a bounce here. Man, that's why I like that, we go into that even number and everything. We get that nice little flush out. All right, so let's keep an eye on this one. Let's see if we can go up 402.29. Going a little lower. Sorry, guys, to be hanging out on this one, but we'll get through some other stuff too. Ooh, 402 even number. If you didn't get in with me, hop in around 402 here. Go long, that is. Don't go short. Let me clarify that. Let's see, we're going to the next even number now. So let's see if this thing holds up here. I do like the fact that we had some good volume on the intraday action. Let's go to the 60-minute real quick here. It's Chipotle though. These are tough. That's why you do a couple hundred shares. And if you take a $500-600 loss, oh well, so be it. But with a nice sell-off like this thing could easily just start bouncing and ripping heads off. So, and we're into the gap fill too. Gap fill, 750 retrace, we're into a lot of, even number at the 403, 402. So there's a lot of reasons to do this trade. But again, I don't know what's going on with Chipotle here, why it's selling off or whatever it's doing. But apparently someone got the memo today. All right, let's see if we can get going here. And don't put your stop out. Don't let the market maker see your stop out. Do a mental stop out, have it ready to go. So as soon as it breaks the 402 area, starts going, 401.50, 401.70 in there, I might wait a little bit more, but we'll see if we can get a bounce here. So far, so good. It's starting to go right now. You know what? This is what I'll do. I'm going to take the link off here and keep Chipotle on this side here so we could keep an eye on it. If it goes down, I'm going to put a quick, I'm just going to put an area here so I know if it starts to go a little bit lower, I don't want to get caught in this thing. So right around there, if it starts going down there, I'll probably get out. So let's see if we get a bounce. If we do get a bounce, I'm thinking right in here around 406.10 or so, or into this area of resistance here, because that's where the consolidation was. So let's see if we could get a little push up. Another thing I'm going to do too, I'm going to take the low. If this remains the low, I'm going to put the low of the day to the high of the day. Yeah, you got 405.75, then the 406 area. If it starts to catch a bid, again, keep an eye on the SPY and everything. If the SPY starts going up, this should catch a little bit of bid. This is a pretty good area, though, guys, of support. So let's see if we can continue up with this one. And if not, like I said, I'll be out. If it starts hitting the 401.56 and stuff, I'll just get the hell out. And if the SPY starts selling, we'll definitely have to get the hell out. So damn, Chipotle's a tough one to trade, especially with the light volume. We only have 456,000 on the day. So someone wants odds. Someone's just dribbling this thing out. So just be careful with this one. All right, let's see here. IBB bouncing right now for its next pop to 300. You know what? Maybe. Who knows? These markets, they're pretty incredible. Gold keeps getting knocked down. Strong dollar. Yeah, that's it. That's not helping it. But eventually, we get a little bit of fear in these markets. Gold should start popping back up again. It's coming into some good resistance. Gold in the 115 area, so we'll have to watch out for that. All right, let's pull up Tesla. Oops, not Twitter. Tesla. TSLA. So Tesla, you know what? Not doing too much here. They had the earnings and they came back in, but right now Tesla, I believe it's setting up in a bearish pattern here above the 50 MA. I still think this thing's going to be down, right back down here again. It's coming into, you have good support here with the 50 retrace. You got the 50 MA here, but you are setting up in a bearish manner here from this high pivot down. I think it's setting up for the next leg down. I believe it's going to 218 and right back here. And if the markets start going, you're going to go right back down to here around the 183 area. You got this low pivot here too, which is going to be great resistance. If you are long Tesla, tighten that stop up. You need to get back above these MAs here and make another run. But right now, this is a weak looking stock to me, at least on the charts. This thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of consolidation on the daily. I believe it's setting up for lower prices. And you're at the 250 even number as well, so that's going to hold it up here. But the more it consolidates sideways like this and moves up here, the more I believe it's going to set up. The markets start to sell, then this thing should start coming in as well with everything else. So just keep an eye on that. So Chipotle's getting a little bit of a bounce now. Nothing crazy, but let's see. If it bounces, like I said, if we start getting 404.75 in this area, we could probably pull that off. So if it goes back down, I'm just going to sell and get the hell out. I'm not going to go long in these markets. This is just a quick intraday trade. I'll be out at the end of the day for a profit, for a loss. I don't care. But the SPY's starting to come in. The IWM starting to come in. The Qs are starting to come in. Not crazy, but they're starting to pull back a little bit. So be aware of that, guys. So if you're long in this trade with me, just hold tight. All right, what do you think? Well, that's Tesla. Yeah, just if you're long, tighten those stops up. If you're short in this, if you're short, just let it keep going. Hold on to that one. What do you think about KR getting calls 4 to 6 months out for 32, 34 strike? Thanks. KR. I don't want to go long in these markets. Yeah, I see what you're seeing here. If it takes out this double bottom around 28.73, look out below. It's going to go lower. And if the markets start to dump, it's going to tank. Yeah, that's the line in the sand. If you have calls in this thing and this thing breaks this area, you're going here, you're going here, you're going to 25 bucks. And that's the bottom line. So be careful. You gotta hold this area right here, the 28.77. If that does not hold, you're going downtown on that one, and you better step aside on that. All right. So, I see what you're seeing. I loved it. I mean, look at this down, sideways, bearish pattern, and boom, we're right into here. So this thing does not bounce here. You need to get out of this thing and run for the hills, because then it's going boom. I would say 25 bucks on this one. All right, guys, the SPY's starting to come in a little bit. Be careful. Protect this trade if you're in CMG. 402, where are we at? 402.55 was the last. A little bit out of the money for me right now. God, if I get a buck, I'll just take my 300 bucks and get the hell out. I got 300 shares here, so. All right, let's see here. Thank you for on your advice on T. Yeah, bought puts out with a profit. Nice. Did you get that one? Killer, man. That was great. I mean, it was a 50-50 shot on earnings, but even though if you bought puts, you gave yourself some time, THO will come in a little bit further. Yeah, that was great. When after hours, they tried pushing it up, and then it came in, pushed it up, and then boom, come right down. Yeah, Tesla, it's stuck around. Yeah, it's holding at 250. We talked about, let's go back. Yeah, so KR, just watch out for that area. You know what? Let's go to the daily really quick here. We didn't look at the daily. Yeah, oh, we did. You filled the gap down here. Yeah, if that thing cracks at 28.77, look out below. You're going lower. SPY's starting to come in too, guys. So beware. If you're in the trade, Chipotle, tighten that stop up. If it does go below the 402 area, I mean, we got to watch the SPY. If the SPY catches a bid, then Chipotle will go up, but it is a little bit oversold on a day. We might get a quick bounce on the markets, even though they're selling off. So just keep an eye on this one. Cool. I'm back in the money on this one. Last bid was 402.68. Gosh, give me a buck. Give me two. Give me 600 bucks. I'll be happy. All right, so that's it with that one. But Tesla, again, you're stuck there, but this thing's consolidating sideways. Just look out. Because next thing you know, he'll be tweeting, don't short my stock, all this crap. But we are back below this big trend line, which that scares me. Put it that way. They tried holding it, getting it back above, came back in, going sideways. See how they push it up a little bit just to get, oh, here goes Tesla again. Got to get in. Chipotle's coming back in. So you're still above the 50 MA, but if the 50 MA cracks a 250 even number, then you look out below. You're going right back down here to 218. So be careful with that one. Let's see. Nice job on TS. Yeah, that was a nice one. But it's a high flyer. It had nothing to do with me. Going into earnings. I'm following the monthly chart on this one. That's why we're shorting this. I already shorted it, took my profits once, and now we're doing it again. But gosh, when this thing's up to, oh wow, we're at 102 now. Woo woo! I haven't been. Yeah, wow. I haven't really been watching I want to let this one roll because I'm thinking this thing could come right back down to 80 bucks, 90 bucks. Wow, 102 now. Nice. But here, hold on. I think I posted because I'll post stuff on Twitter, guys. Sometimes I won't take the trade or I won't pull it off, but I'm trying to protect, my people that are following me. So I don't know if I posted anything on THO on today. I'm trying to wait for lower prices, but at this point, THO, gosh, you know what? I'm going to post it right now. I want to get people out of this thing. I'm going to hold for a little bit longer, but if you took this thing short, it's like we were talking about this yesterday. I'm going to put here. I'm just going to go on my stock or my Twitter sites and post here because I want to get people out of this thing. Our average price was 112.27. We're at 102. That's over 10%. So covered half. THO at 102.71. Yeah, so because some people don't follow me or on my live session, next thing you know, the thing gets a massive bounce. They're like, dude, you never covered. But I'm gonna keep holding mine. But for my followers and stuff, I'm gonna post it right now. So if you're in it, if you want to take off half, great. If you don't, just ride this bad boy down. I'm gonna try to get at least 100 and then a little bit more. But like I said, for my followers and stuff, I got to do it. So right now, I posted covered half of THO at 102.71 or whatever it was. So sorry, guys. I'm all over the place, guys. Yeah, THO, gosh, look at that. Still going down. I'm trying to not watch it. All right, so the SPY's catching a little bit of a bid now. I mean, it did pull back nice. IWM's almost at the lows of the day. All right, there goes. Come on, Chipotle. You can do it for us. It needs to get back over the gap fill, that 403 area. If it does, then I think we can get back up in here. So if you're in that trade with me long, hold tight, guys. THO, yep, that was awesome. Hey, Suzanne, what's going on? GM. Sorry, I'm way behind, guys. I'm blabbing, trying to do trades, all this other crap. So, all right, let's go do that. All right, GM. Yeah, we talked about this one the other day. Let's see what's going on here. We talked about the head and shoulder. Yeah, shit, it popped above it. So it's not really a true head and shoulder anymore, guys, but it did not get through this all-time high. As long as if you're short this one and if it doesn't hold this high or get to 439 bucks, you could stay short with this. I'm still thinking we come back to 35 and then 33 down in here. So just hold tight. But now that we pierce the head here, that we have a higher high from this side here, this head and shoulder pattern's done. For me, at least. I mean, you could still try to play it. Doesn't mean it's not going to play out. But for me, it negated it, and but a short here, I would knock that, especially going in the double top. It gets rejected and it's straight back down. So if you are short, we talked about this one a couple days ago, you're fine. If it gets above the $39, $40 area, I would add more at 39. I'd add more at 40, and then I would hold it and see if we could get a pullback in these markets. We get a pullback in the markets, GM as well as everything else will come down. So I still like that as a short. As a long, just tighten up your stops. UNH. UNH. Yeah, UNH. Yeah, I would short this one. I believe we looked at this one. Yeah, UNH short this thing. Definitely. You might be going to 170, but I have no problem shorting this stock right here. Yeah. So, and if you're long, tighten those stops up. You're starting to get extended from the 20 moving average. This thing eventually will be back down to 140, maybe even to 130s. These markets go. It's going to be lights out for all these high flyers. I mean, look at this. It just, I mean, from 2009 straight up, it needs a pullback, kind of like here. This was the March or this was a 2015 flash crash. That's what I think we're going to get here. We're going to end up going up, and all of a sudden, boom, straight down. But when these shorts start coming in, guys, you got to just peel them all off here and then take it from there. But yeah, if you want to short this one, definitely short it. And, just think, it could go to 175, the big quarter number. If it does, just add more up there. Eventually, this one's going to go. Remember, it's a monthly play. Do not load the flipping house. No more than 10% position. And just hold tight on these, because these monthly plays take a little bit of time to play out. They don't play out overnight. They take a month or 2 or 3 or 4. Could still go up a little bit more in our faces, but just hold tight and let it play out. Eventually, it's going to fall in. But if you get your 5-10% profit, get the hell out. Don't stick around on these trades. UNH gas. I don't know. I don't know what it is. All I know is it's an extended chart. I honestly don't care what it is, Michael. I look at the charts, and that's telling me you're almost due for a pullback. It's getting close. Like I said, it could go up a little bit more, but it's getting close. For me, I'd start adding here, slow and steady. If it goes up to 175, I'd add a little bit more. If it goes to 180, I'd add a little bit more and then hold tight. Especially if it goes, man, 180, that'll be real stretched out. Then for sure it's going to start coming in. Again, it's a monthly chart play, so take your time on these. All right, guys, Chipotle's bouncing a little bit more. We're at 403.15. Protect this trade. If you did get in around the 402.50, don't let it go against you at this point. All right, we're starting to get a little bit of green. And, if this thing could take off, we're back above that gap fill now. If it does continue higher, like we could get the 406, maybe even 407 here. So just hold tight on this one. 403.15. Come on, CMG. Kramer pumped out. God, are you serious? Oh, yeah. What is up with that? God, it's Domino's Pizza. I'm Italian, guys. This thing, oh my gosh. What? How can you pump something when it's, I mean, look at this chart. It's getting ridiculous, guy. This is a stretched pig. If you are not short DPZ, God bless you, get short now. I don't care what Kramer says. Gosh, look at this. It was a $9 stock. I don't care how many stores they have or what the heck they're doing. This stock is going to fall. 263,000 on the day, a light volume. So it really, one institution can move this thing up. Eventually, this thing is going to fall. And when it does, it's going to be right around 140, 141. You still might make a stop at 153. But you know what? Everyone's trying to short this thing, and they're just keep it going. Keep squeezing, because that's what they do, especially in light volume markets. We have 27 million on the SPY today, guys. They can squeeze this thing up. But if you're not short DPZ, short it. Unbelievable. How can, as an analyst or old hedge fund guy, how can you tell people to buy this up here? It drives me crazy. I want these people. You know what? I'm going to try to get a show going on, and when Kramer comes on, my show is going to be on. Oh, it's healthcare. Okay, yeah. So that's why it's probably going up. But yeah, you can take that one short, the UNH. Yeah. Oh, is that United Health maybe? But yeah, still be careful because of Trump and all that crap's going on. But if you get a quick pullback, you got to get the hell out. Period. Kramer, unbelievable. Oh, that guy. All right, guys. Chipotle's coming back in. Let's see if we could bounce up a little bit more. Damn it. I might just exit here and say I gave it a shot. Let's see. I mean, the SPY was starting to go a little bit green. The IWM's coming in. Everything's coming in, so it's going to be a tough trade. But it did get back below. I mean, we're holding that gap fill, so let's see what happens with this. If it comes back in, I'm just going to step aside and say, give it a shot here. UNFI. UNFI. Gosh, this thing fell. Gosh, where were you a couple years ago? Look at that. Comes in. Look at a high flyer on the monthly. Look, high flyer pulls back. High flyer pulls back. This time it really pulled back. Nice little retrace up into this area here, which is going to be good resistance. But now retraced again. Got more people on board. Gosh, I'm thinking this one's going to start pulling back at least to 33, maybe here. If the markets start to fall apart, it's definitely going down. If it does move up, you're probably, you got to contend with these. Let's see here. You got these little high pivots here. So if you're long, I'd tighten this stop. If you are long, you need to get above this area and then start shooting for the 50 MA. If it gets to the 50, that might be the end of the road for this one. But right now with the retrace starting to go back, I'm thinking this one's going to start heading down. That's the monthly chart though. Let's go to the back to the daily. Yeah, I think we looked at this one yesterday. Yeah, this one's just bleeding. Gosh, you're holding that pivot here. Yeah, there's a big gap down in this area. Another one, another light volume, 233,000 on a day. But at this point, I think you're going to fill this gap here at 40.97 and then come back down here to $40.50. If it hits there, then doesn't hold, then you're looking at this big gap fill down here at 38.55. So you got to be careful with this one. This one's just bleeding. You're back below the MAs here, looking weak. I mean, it looks like someone's coming in here and just kind of making it go up and down all days with these wicks here. But apparently there's more sellers than buyers, and it's just slow. It's a slow bleed here. Be careful with this one. Let's look at the weekly real quick, just see where it is. Yeah, you're back below the MAs here. It went back into this trend line up in there and just rejected. And what you're looking at some higher lows here. If this thing starts coming in and cracks this end here, you look out below. You're easily going to come down into the 33 and maybe this area here. Markets start to dump. $30, here we come. So just tighten that stop up if you're long. You crack the 38 area, you got to watch out, especially if we're starting to make lower lows now. Let's see here. SPY's trying to hold on for dear life. Let's see if that will help the Chipotle trade here. Come on, Chipotle. Everybody cheer, like Kramer. Chipotle, because that usually helps. Excuse me, guys. Just trying to have some fun here. Look at Snap, found some support, did it. We're at 20 bucks. That's where my support would be. There's really nothing on, look at that, 21. Yeah, even number, guys, 21 bucks. Damn, what a turd. A lot of bag holder already. 2 days into this, and there's already bag holders. 3 days. Yeah, 21, then 20 is your next level. I wait for 10 bucks on this thing. Maybe even lower, who knows. If it goes to 5 or so, I'd probably take a stab at it, buy 1,000 shares. But basically, like I tell everybody, whatever you're willing to lose, whether it's 5 grand, 10 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, that's what you go in with. Because expect this thing to go, it could go flying up, you take your profit, but if it goes flying down, you don't want to get your ass handed to you. Yeah, so I guess there's shorts available on this one, and that's what's probably pushing this thing down. That's what someone posted. I thought it took a little bit longer to short stocks, but I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's different with this one, but I don't know. I'm not doing anything with this until it gets down. If it goes down to 5, maybe. So, all right, Chipotle's trying here, guys. Like I said, if you want to stick around, you can. But if this thing starts to go sideways here for the next hour or so into 2:30 or 3 o'clock time frame, I'm probably just going to get out. I'm not going to wait around for a bounce, especially going long. I don't like to go long in these markets right now. So, but yeah, Snap, geez, that's brutal. Is Kite looking bullish here? Kite. No, I don't know about this one. They just had news and everything. I wouldn't touch this thing. Bullish would have been down in here. Had the news or earnings or whatever it was. Chipotle's going down, guys. Protect this trade. We can easily go down to the 401.56 area. If you start doing that, just exit. But let's see. Let's say as long as we're holding this 402 area, we'll be all right. But we got to go. And they might dip this thing one more time, but yeah, it never really bounced. Even with the 3-bar surge into that area, bounced a little bit, but now it's just kind of chopping. But what's not helping this trade is that the SPY and everything's turning south now. So if that's turning south and everything starts to go lower, other than a little bit oversold on the day, Chipotle could go lower. If the markets don't catch a bid, then it will probably start going down a little bit lower. So just to protect it. But for Kite, nah, I wouldn't touch this one. I'd let it pull back here. If anything, I'd be shorting it. But again, this is it has some volume now, but this is a light volume name, maybe 1 million shares traded per day. So if you're long in this one, I would take your profits. For me, I wouldn't do anything. I think you had another pivot back here. Yeah, I mean, it could go up. Right now, you're holding the 750 retrace. If anything, I'd short this one. If you want to go long, you're chasing at this point. I mean, it was a $53 stock, 5, 6 days ago, whatever. Now it's 75. I mean, it could go to 890, but if the markets sell, it's not going anywhere. That's it. So be careful with the kite. I wouldn't. I don't think it's bullish. It's really not showing us anything. So BAC been healthy. Volley. I'm not sure. BAC been healthy volley. I'm not sure what that means, but we could look at BAC. BAC, yeah, BAC. If you're not short this one, short this thing. I mean, it came off a bullish pattern. It's going up here. You're in the $25 quarter number. I think there was a pivot. Let's see. Let's get the weekly. Come on, Chipotle. If we all cheer together, it might help. Let's look at the monthly. Yeah, so you're coming into here. If you want to short this thing, this is great. If we get above this $27, $28 area, you just got to stop out. But if you want to short this BAC, short it. We had a nice run up from 1250 to 25. You're holding on to the 618. Next area would be $30. You got to get above the 200 MA, which I don't think it's going to, but that would be your spot. If you want to wait patiently, you can. If you want to start to nibble, you can do it right here. So you don't want to miss these trades when these things come in, fast and hard. So just like every other time, guys, it's all a cycle. It all goes up, gets everybody all giddy and happy. Oh, it's going. Look how high it's going. And all of a sudden it's like right back to the moving averages around 16 bucks. Then everyone's going, what the hell just happened? This doesn't make any sense. Believe me, guys, when this SPY dumps, it's going to be nasty. And everyone thinks it's not. Oh, it's different from last time. No, it's not different. It's people who are running the show with the algos and their bullshit programming. And when everybody runs for the exits, you better step aside. All right, CMG has a nice trend line at the 402.21. If you connect the 420 all the way to, all right, let's see. Yeah, well, we had the gap fill too. Let's see, from 7.716. We could go on this one here. From 7.716 all the way to here. Does it go all the way to here? Okay. 7. Well, I have that one there. I mean, I guess, let's see. Talking about this one, maybe? No. Where does this start, Beckham? Nice trend line at 402.21 if you connect 7.716 all the way to here. Yeah, but you need another, for me, you need another, pivot point here. Let me go to the daily. I mean, maybe it's not, maybe I can see it. Okay. Well, I see that one. That one there on the daily. That's why I was saying it could go a little bit lower. Trend line. Yeah, I mean, you could make a case for this. But it's not. I mean, it's almost there. That's around the 401 area. So, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what happens in the next half hour or so. See if we could catch a little bit of a bid. I can use a couple $100, take my wife out for a nice steak dinner this weekend. But yeah, I mean, it's an oversold condition. You're into some good areas. You blasted through the moving averages today. And you do have that. Your 750 retrace. You got a lot of stuff here for this thing to bounce, but they're fighting. A lot of people are dumping. You got that last exhaustion candle of selling because people are just like, oh my gosh, just get me the hell out of this trade. And that's what you want to see before it bounces. But again, we're setting up in this inside bar, possibly going for lower prices. So it is CMG wild. Yeah, it is. That thing's just freaking nuts. I mean, we'll see. Maybe it will wait for 25 on KR. Yeah. I mean, if you want to wait a little bit, let's see here. KR. Yeah, your line in the sand is this area here. I mean, you're coming off it. See how it comes back in here and gets to the high, gets everyone sucked in, and then they just dump it out on them. This is pretty good right here. I mean, you could probably get a bounce, but you got to see if the markets bounce, it will. If the markets are flushing, this thing's going lower, so be careful with that. All right, let's see. Can you take a look at IBB? I just wanted to know because I still think it's strong, even though it broke 300. Everyone is telling me to short it, but I don't think it would be. Yeah, short it, Daniel. Come on, get some balls. No, IBB here. I'll explain something to you here. So your big area on the IBB has been and will be the $300 area. Every time it gets in this area, it pulls back, goes up in here, pulls back, goes up, pulls back. So you're still in this channel here. Every time you get into this high area, we pull back. The other thing that I'm looking at on the IBB is the monthly chart. Monthly chart has a nasty, nasty pattern, inside bar bearish pattern. If this thing doesn't giddy up and go here on the monthly chart and start negating this bearish pattern and get above the 330 area, this thing is going downtown. My area on this one, I believe we could get easily to the 211 area and then come back down here, fill this gap at 173. If this bearish pattern plays out, it's going to be lights out for this thing. Look at this when this happened here. So it came down here, 4 months of consolidation led us up to this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 months of consolidation. That's going to lead to 163.99, in my opinion. If this pattern doesn't, or if this pattern doesn't play out and fails, then you're looking for the 330 and then this high pivot here. You got a gap fill up here around the 340 area. But this bearish pattern here, if this thing starts to play out, look out below, guys. This thing is going to tank. Period. Yeah, so just be aware of that. And that's what I'm more playing on this one. But we've traded this one a bunch of times. Every time it gets back up to, when it came back, we're right up in here to 298, 285, went short, covered it. We had a quarter position. We let it run back up. We shorted it right here. We pulled it back here. And then we added more shorts at 300, 301 or wherever it was, and we did it that way. And you know what? We're going to let it go again. Right now, we're holding this high right here. I'd wait for a bearish pattern here, go sideways for maybe 7 to 10 days, and then I think we'll set down. If the markets start to go lower, it's all going lower. I don't care what stock it is, who's buying it, who's talking about it, who's upgrading it. They're all going lower. So keep an eye on the SPY. It will be a market trade. Get ready to reload on Lab D. Yeah, is that the inverse for that? Yeah, exactly. You can start nibbling on that one right now. I wouldn't shy away from that. PM, what are your retrace levels on this high flyer? Yeah, we looked at that one. We initiated a trade on this one the other day. Yeah, 110 is great. We did talk about this little bit bullish pattern, but we said, don't load the boat. If it goes up a little higher, keep adding. PM, if you go to my Twitter site, the trade's on there, but just to go off the top of my head, we just did this trade, I think, yesterday or the other day. I said, I'm not in every one of these trades, guys, but if I see a good trade, I am going to post it on my Twitter site. PM, where is it? 109.72 we started adding, and that was on March 2nd. So it is chopping around. So on that first move up, when it moved up here, we did it. It's getting close, guys, getting close. Monthly chart, I mean, look at that. I mean, it's extended from 94. Yeah, I mean, this thing could easily come back to $100 easily. So if you're not short PM, you can start shorting it, in my book at least. It is extended on the monthly, but it is a strong stock. But as you can see, every time it gets extended, what happens? It comes in. It's not going to be any different. It's not different this time, guys. Believe me. So just be careful with that, and just again, don't go all in. Small positions. When you get your 5-10%, get the hell out. Don't be sitting there, waiting for, get your butt kicked. So that's how we're going to play that one. But Kramer said to buy. Yeah, geez. Is that crazy? Yeah, Frank, yeah, that one. Retrace levels, it's hard to say. You're looking at even numbers, 110, 115, 120 maybe if it keeps going. But 110, you got a big area on this one. But retraces 104, 101, 98. Then the big 195, which is the 618. So you got to watch for that if it comes down into this area. Then, of course, the 20 MA around 94. So you can easily get a good 15 bucks out of this. But for me, if I got the 6, 7, 8, get my 8%, I'd be out and done. Say thank you very much. But again, strong stock. But 3 months up into a 110 even number, and then trend line at 105, 106. They're just stretching it out. A lot of people were stopping out at double top, just getting out. So they're just kind of keep it squeezing, guys. Why not? Markets are catching a little bit of a bid now, so we'll keep an eye on that. Short Burlington is coming up as well. Yeah, we're short here. Go to my Twitter site. Here's some of the ones we just added here. Costco, we took half off. Where's that? 167.42. But some of the trades we added, we are short Burlington. So ALB, we shorted at 104. We covered half. And then we shorted ALB again, actually almost at the exact same price, and we pulled it off here. Check it out. We pulled it off at $100.12. We did it again, and we got Jonathan here hopping in again too. So we did that one. We shorted Win. We covered half of that today. We shorted that one on March 1st, so that one worked out real well for us. We did cover our 85 March calls on the NVIDIA. We covered at 12.10 and we covered at 13.10. So we made a little over 10 bucks on those. In premium, Dallas, we covered again. Here's my trade. We shorted here. We added more. Average price short, covered at 48, adding more at 51.48. We covered again. This one, we just keep, we're married to some of these. In December, we started this, but we covered half January. We added March 1st. We covered again. That's what I'm saying. We get in, we get out. We get in, we get out. I don't care, guys. MLM, we were married from November 7th on this one. We covered half after earnings. It started going up again. We covered half again today at 211.56. Boom, again. So THO, same crap. Average price short. We're doing that one again. If we covered half, at 102 or whatever it was, that's we did that one again. Where is the PM United? We shorted that one again. We covered that. Half of that one. That one was great. HII, Priceline, Burlington, I think it was. Yeah, Burlington. So 96.47. That's where we shorted that one. So let's pull that one up. I think that was the one, right? Yeah, Burlington. Yeah, so we're short that one. BURL. Yeah, so we're short that one right now. It's pulling back, and yeah, we're gonna ride this bad boy down. Here we go, baby. Keep it going. Yeah, so that trade's coming in pretty good here. What do we do with that? 96.47. We're at so we're almost $3 in the money already on that trade. And we posted that one March 3rd. Bam, guys. Hope you guys are taking these trades. Like if you have $100,000 account, if you're doing $10,000 in each one of these positions, bam, get your 5% or $500 and on to the next one. If you want to hold a little bit longer, hold a little bit longer. Just keep 500 here, 600 there, 300 here, 600 there, 500 there. Boom. Next thing you know, it's $5,000 a month, maybe 10. If you have a bigger account, man, just got to keep doing it. So I keep telling you guys. All right, so let's see here. Snap, yeah, geez, yeah, they're going to defend. You got that right, just like Facebook. Yeah, they're going to defend. They're coming in there. I don't know who the underwriters were, but oh yeah, you would think at least. But you know this game. These guys don't give a shit. Are you still short IBB? Yep, you got it. I added more at 300, 301, I think it was. And I added more on the IXB, I think it is, or XBI. Is it? Hold on, let me look. The XBI. I added more short on that one too. So the posts are on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter, and everything, almost everything is on Twitter. I don't give you guys everything, guys. Nothing's for free in this life. So not yet for me. Won't let me. What, short it? Try the XBI then. Or just find something to short the biotechs, whether it's an ETF, what is it, LABD, I think, LabD or whatever. Yeah, you got to short the biotechs right here. You have to. You got to short everything. Short all the indexes, short the IYT, the transports, short the bios, short the high flyers. I'm telling you, when this thing goes down, it's going to be fast. Week, end of day, and down tomorrow? Possibly. We'll have to see. Right now, it's holding it, but we have 28 million on the day. That's the problem with these markets, and they still can't catch a bid, so they're looking tired to me. Closing price for me is going to be pretty important. I want to see if we fill that gap around the 236.50 area today, but it's holding strong. I mean, it's just chopping around up and down, so kind of like Chipotle too. Look at Chipotle. Just can't. Great area. You just can't get going. Gosh, I'm almost. Let's see if we could wait a little. The way the markets are, all of a sudden we get that bid, for an hour and a half into the close with the SPY, and if we get that, this should go up. But man, good area with Chipotle, and it just won't go anywhere. Damn it. Book, what are you in the Fibonacci retracing on PM? I'm about to to be short stock from a bad short call position. Need that POS back to 105 on PM. Yeah, I don't have. There's really no fibs up here on here. 105 is your area. Yeah, I mean, you could probably add a little bit more if you're in from 105. Get your average to 107.50. it could still go up a little bit more. You are in a little bit of a bullish inside bar pattern, but you got the volume yesterday. You got a little bit of sellers in here, but the volume's light, so it could keep floating. But you got to remember, you're extended from this thing a little bit. So right now they're just squeezing some heads right now on some shorts. Just like this. Some shorts are getting. On this, when they pulled this thing down to 85, 88 area, everyone's going short. So what did they do? For 3 months, just squeeze. Kind of like Nvidia. It's what is this? Phillips Morrison or whatever. It's Philip Morrison. It should be a $400 stock, and I wouldn't doubt they get a couple upgrades in here and stuff. So just hold tight. When the markets come in, this will fall down like a freaking brick. So just hold tight on that one. For more IBB puts, but didn't get filled. Puts are tough, James, right now. So be careful with those puts. Go out a couple months, and I do not recommend puts right now in these markets. IBB could sit there for another 4 months for all I know. But if the markets pull back, you'll get paid handsomely. If you're doing puts, guys, just go light. Please do not load the house. Whatever you're willing to lose, that's what you're doing. So don't do like a $30,000 position unless you can lose 30 grand. But for me with puts and stuff, I'd go a grand position, $2,000 position. Even me, I'll go light. If I make 500 grand, I'm out. I don't stick around with those trades. But lately, puts are just getting freaking slaughtered. So just be careful. I'll send it to you in the stock twits. Okay, yeah, do that. Remember, guys, follow me on StockTwits, follow me on Twitter, go to my website, sign up for the free membership. You'll get emails and stuff like that when I'm doing live sessions. You'll get my stock analysis, more educational stuff. I'm going to try to do some live sessions in the evenings too. I'm going to send out some emails to my members to see if that's a better time, because then we could just go through stocks. You guys can look through stuff, and we could go through, maybe 50, 60 stocks, find some high flyers. Again, you guys are finding stocks for me as well, and we're all making money here. So that's the name of the game, at least for me. Until I start charging everybody, but that probably won't be for a while. And if I do, it's going to be minimal, guys. It might be, maybe 25 bucks a month, 15 bucks a month or something. My wife's still telling me, you still giving away that shit for free? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, hey, I'd rather be here with a bunch of guys trading and more eyes on it than me just sitting around doing nothing all day. And if you don't know me, I own a printing company too, and I run that. So when I'm super busy there, it's hard for me to do the live trading stuff. So I'm trying to balance a couple different things. I have 3 kids. They're all, under 10 and younger, and just a lot of stuff going on. So trying to figure out doing this live session more. And until I don't have anything set in stone, I can't charge anybody. But I shouldn't say that. The only reason if I charge anybody, I might do $5 a month to keep out some of the trolls and people like that. So I want people to come to my room and come to this live stuff who are serious about trading, guys, who are serious about looking at charts, finding areas where we can trade stuff. Because the more people we have in here, bam, we're going to make more money, find better trades. And if you're paying me a couple $100 a year, I mean, really? If you took my UAL, if you took my win trade, if you took my US Steel trade, I mean, US Steel still going down. We shorted that thing around $40, $41. It's at 36.53. Look at THO if you took that one. Now, if you took the CMG, you're not making shit, but eventually maybe we'll catch it. Again, the markets have to go up if the markets catch a bid. But watch this one. This one might be one where all of a sudden it catches a bid, and next thing you know, we're right back to square one. How many times have we seen that one, guys? All right, so the SPY's catching a little bit of a bid now. It's pushing up. Let's see if Chipotle could catch. Because you know what? Here, let me pull up the SPY real quick. But yeah, this one here, 110. I still think that's a big, good round number where this thing can pull back. All right, so I'm going to pull up the SPY real quick here. And what I'm watching for in the SPY right now, and plus when I have people sign up, or I might do like maybe a webinar where I charge maybe $100. We get a couple people in there, and I'll show you some stuff I look at, ways that I trade, ways I scalp, something like that. Just thinking of some stuff. But if you look at the day, you got the lows. So you got this trend line too on the day on the SPY. So you got to watch that. You're making higher lows intraday. If we crack this line, then it'll possibly go lower. See how we're trying to catch a bid. We came down. Apparently, a lot of people chase it up. Probably got a lot of buyers there. You have an inside bar pattern. If it does not confirm above that, you're most likely going down, which we did. You got to watch for volume too as well. But then right now they're just shaking and baking ES minis traders up and down. I had a friend that did that actually for a living. So every time everyone would go short here, he would make it go up basically with the funds that were available. And they'd get the memo in the day and be like, all right, guys, this is what we're doing all day. We're just going to shake people up and down. This is what they're doing. So then it goes up here. People start to chase. Everyone's chasing up at the highs. And then for 30 minutes, they, send it back down. Everyone who chased it here, selling here, going short. And now it's time to pop it up again, possibly. Not that it works like clockwork, but that's what they're doing. Especially you got 29 million on the day, guys. It's pretty flippin' pathetic. Let's see here. NMBL. I don't even know what that is. NMBL. Oh God, what the hell is this? This is stuff where I would never pull. Yeah, oh wow, it's up in here. Holy crap. All right, hold on here. Apparently it's news driven. They might have had a buyout or something. Yeah, I'd just stay away. If you want to short this thing around 23 bucks, but it could keep going. I don't know what the news was today, but no, I stay away from stocks like this. I mean, look at this one. Gosh. IPO and straight to the basement. Holy crap. That's pretty incredible, some of this stuff. And now you're coming off of a bearish pattern. Apparently it's got some news or something here. And boom, shaka. Right? You had this pivot here around 1135, so that was pretty big. This isn't for me. Once it's on news and stuff, I can't, it could continue going up. I mean, if you start, keep an eye on it. If you start going up into the 25 area where it broke down in this area, because you got a lot of bag holders right in this area, trying to buy the dip, and then they just flushed it out on them. So if you get up here, this is probably where you could probably start shorting 25 even number or quarter number, if you want to say it that way. But yeah, let it go. If it goes up, let it go. I mean, if you want to hop on, I don't know what the news was. A couple hundred shares, you get $3-4, you get the hell out. But for me, I mean, this thing could click over and go straight back down. It's crap. Nimble, Nova, yeah. Let's see. Baidu, the triangle on the weekly. Baidu, yeah, we've been shorting Baidu too. Short and cover. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, short cover. Every time it went to that trend line, you can't add. This is the one that keeps on giving too. Gosh, hold on here. Still learning. I've been on these charts for a little while. Hold on here. Edits. Let's go. Volume. And then it pops up there. Hold on. I got to move it down. All right, cool. Sorry, guys, for the delay. All right. Hey, Chipotle's catching a little bit. See the SPY, though? If you watch the SPY. SPY's getting a little bit of green, catching a bid. Chipotle's trying too. I think we could get out of this one, guys, with a couple bucks, but we'll see. It's holding strong. Great area down here of support. So, see how they're so they shake everyone out. They hold it there, make everybody go, oh, no, it's going to go lower. Oh, no. So, and then we'll see. Like I say, if we get below the 402 area, then we probably have to exit. But let's see if the SPY, there goes the SPY. Go, Grandma, go. All right, so Baidu, let's get into that one. So weekly yeah, exactly. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I've had this one in there for a while. Look at that. Every time it went to this line, we shorted. She went back up, double top, shorted. Right back into here. Let's pull off these lines here. Pull off that fib. Yeah, I've had that on here for a while. We went through price on this. I guess you could go here. I'll readjust these lines. It's been a while. But yeah, we were shorting this one, going long, short, long, short, long, short. Yeah, look at that, right? Gets right back into that too. If you want to, want to split hairs, tries to get back above it. Boom, right back down, comes into this. Yeah, and it's making lower highs too as this thing's stair-stepping down. So be careful with Baidu if you're long. I think look at that. So really we're coming to a point where, let's pull these out. Actually here. SPY's catching a little bit of a bid. Chipotle, well, back to 103. I'm actually in the money a little bit now. Woohoo! I could probably go to Subway now. I guess you could do that. I like coming here a little bit better. I mean, that is the first high pivot. And then this guy here, if you want to, go through that, I like those lows there where it was holding. If that's what you got there, But what I like about having here, every time it tried to get above, it came right back through. It tried to get above again. This one actually did confirm, but then boom, right back down. The only reason we're holding this area right now because the moving averages. See the moving average, the cluster, we're holding that. If this area breaks and this trend line breaks, you're going to go boom, boom, and then these low pivots, boom. Is there a gap fill down here or something? You know, it's still to this body, I still think $100 if you ask me, because really you're down in here, you're chopping around in a channel as well as you're going lower. You're holding these bottoms here because you have good support. You know, you had the gap. You got a gap fill down here at 152 as well. But you know, for me, gosh, this would have been, you know, right up here for the, you know, I've been watching this one too. I wanted to get a little bit higher, maybe double, you know, double top up into here and then the fall. We haven't done anything with this one lately, but you know, if you're, you know, really, if it, whichever area breaks first and really stays, and either it goes up or goes down. But if this trend line breaks, then you're looking at, you know, this, you got a gap fill, you got this low, you got that low. But then ultimately, you could feed it down to here if the markets try to really start breaking down. For a retrace area, oh man, I mean, let's see what's going on here. I mean, there could be a 618 there that's holding this thing up. You got the 50, yeah, you got the 750, yeah, it could easily go down to 138 or so. Well, SPY's trying to catch another bid, just trying to get it back above the 20 MA. So Chipotle's looking pretty good, back above the 4302 area, 4306. Come on, baby. I'm like $3 out of this thing. So yeah, so nothing wrong with this. You know, it's really about the triangle pattern like you brought up. And let's see where this thing goes. I mean, this is pretty much going to be make it or break it. But man, let's look on the I think on the monthly you had a bigger bearish pattern. No, not really. Looks like freaking Cardinal. But yeah, I mean, you're down sideways. You know, this is still a bearish pattern to me. And you see how it's holding the 50 and the 20 up here. But if this cracks, you're gonna go straight down. Markets start to go, you're done. All right, 43.15 on Chipotle. So let's keep holding tight on that one. Let's see what all you have in your portfolio today. Nothing. I have some short-term trades. I'm still in Triple M. What else? Hold on a second here. I got a couple other ones. I don't really, you know, when I tell people what I'm in, then they look at it and they start wanting to be what I'm in. Lowe's, I sold half. Triple M, I'm still in. The SPY short term, IWM short term. Couple. I mean, if you go to StockTwits, there's a couple that I posted on there. So if you want to, you know, follow me on that one too. And then Visa short term. And then a bunch of swing trades were in. You know, for me, if I pull off, say 3M, then I'll look for another one to hop in short term. If I pull that one, or if I pull off the remainder of the SPY, then I'll go into another one short term. I'm trying to hold them a little bit longer because I'm still thinking the market's going to pull back. But yeah, I'm all spread apart. I got short term trades. I'm doing an intraday scalp like CMG. I'd like to be out of this one today. I'm in some swing trades. You know, I have a couple different accounts, guys. My swing trade account, my intraday scalping account. Then I have a short-term account too. I like to try, you know, keep everything separately. It's a pain in the ass doing all this stuff, to be honest with you. That's why a lot of times I won't post stuff on StockTwits or Twitter to get out because it's just the way it is. You know, because I can't keep track of everything. I wish I could hire somebody to do all this stuff, but yeah, if you go to StockTwits, I'm still in trades on there. And if I posted something 3 weeks ago and if the thing pulled back 10% and I didn't post anything on there, take the money. Because sometimes I just can't keep track of everything. I try. I write shit down and do stuff like that. But, you know, sometimes it's just like, damn, it's easier just to pull up my position list and, you know exactly what I'm in. Because I'm looking through a bunch of different stuff, guys. I have about 600 tickers that I look through every day, 600 to 700. You know, doing live stuff, doing all this stuff. But yeah, Michael, I have a bunch of stuff that I'm in, bud. You know, I have about 40 positions out there right now, and they're not huge. Believe me, I'm not in like $50 million in position. I just like in markets like this, I like to keep spreading them around. I like to keep taking profits and moving on to the next one. I don't like to be sitting around and shit like this. You know, just like Chipotle too. It's like, gosh, you know, if it can't get above this inside bar here, then I might just exit and take my, you know, 25 cents. and say thank you. At least it'll pay for my broker fees. How about that? Let's see here. Can you look at, sure. What is that? KASY, KASY. A little bit behind, guys. Yeah, okay, nothing to do here. I mean, this is, gosh, where were you a couple months ago? Yeah, another high flyer. Look at that. Pulls in, comes in, retraces up. Boom. This one looks like it's going to start to break down. Let's look at the daily real quick here. Maybe some news today or something, maybe earnings. Gosh, this is looking ugly here. Yeah, I would have to say this one's going back down to 90, 98 bucks, 99 bucks, maybe the 100 even number. You do have a pivot here. Let's just look on the retrace. Let's see if there's a 750 or if it's holding the 618. Could have bounced at the, yeah, look at that right there. Gosh, there's always a reason, guys. So yeah, it's holding the 108.819. If this thing starts to go sideways in consolidation, then you're setting up to go to 100 bucks. If it does catch a bid, if you are short, I'd probably think about covering this, especially if you're up, short from the 120 area. You got your 10 bucks. If it does retrace, you're probably retracing back here into the 117, 120 area. If it retraces back into that, you definitely want to probably go short on this one. Again, you got to wait what pattern it gives you and stuff like that. But right now, this pattern here coming off a pivot high, tanking today. Let's look at the weekly real quick here. Come on, Chipotle, a little bit more. Yeah, you're 750. I'm still, after that, and this thing's just been a nice retrace, get all the suckers back on board, sell it off, retrace, get all the suckers back on board, sell off. It came off of a bullish pattern here and then to dump out. This thing had no reason to be way up here in the first place. But hey, it's CASY. It should, I'm sure they got 5 upgrades up here too. And that consolidated for weeks, couple months. Gosh, and bam. Yeah, for me, I think it's going here. Then you got the 200 moving average right here at 93.20. So be careful. If you are short, hold on, wait for pattern, then the next leg down. If you're long, tighten up that stop because you could be at 100 really, really quick here, guys. So just be careful with that one. Buying LABD. Are you doing that one? You can. That's the short, I think, on the BIOS. Yeah, you could buy this one here. Just Suzanne, don't load the house. You know that. Did you go over toll in at 35? I shorted toll. I did that trade once. We added at 30, 32 and 34, I think. The trade's on the Twitter site, so and just holding. I'm going to hold toll. We traded that once for nice profits a couple months ago, and we hopped in it again. So we're doing it again. It's at 35.52, but that's not a big deal. But yeah, LABD. If you want to start to nibble on this, nibble. If you have 1,000 shares you want to do with this one. All right, Chipotle's going, guys. 43, 403, 44. Just protect this thing. We need to get above this this high here around 403.66. We get that. We should probably go to the 404, 405 area. We'll see. Come on, squeeze now, because everyone's going. Everyone who was long from here from the morning, they all sold and went short down here. So now they're squeezing those guys now. But yeah, LABD, yeah, you can start nibbling on that. Just remember, I think it's a triple maybe. Just be careful with this one. Small size. Don't get crazy on me. If you're going to do 1,000 shares, maybe add 200 here. If it goes a little buck lower, add another 200. If it goes a buck lower, add another, maybe 400. Now you have 800, and then load up the rest at the end, and then just let it sit because this will fly once again. So just be careful. But just be careful. Don't go all crazy on me. Yeah, I learned my lesson with puts on GS a few months ago before I heard you warning everyone with puts. Yeah, I've been telling everyone, James, for months, don't buy puts. I mean, you can, but if you get a profit, if you're lucky enough to get a profit on buying a put position, you take it. You run as far as you can. TZA getting bids. Yeah, TZA, you could buy that, but remember, it's a triple. Be careful with that one. Just go light. If you're going to do 2,000 shares of the IWM, do 500 of the TZA. Go light. Do 200 now, 200 once more, and then 500 and hold tight. But it doesn't mean it's going to go up. But yeah, that's an inverse on the IWM or the Russell guys, the TZA. But it's a triple, so be careful with that one. Yeah, it's horrible volume. Yeah, horrible. Yeah, got bought out. Is that okay? Yeah, if they got bought out, just leave it alone. How about selling puts on CMG? No, don't do that. Yeah, I see. I know what you're seeing. Yeah, not CMG. Um, nah, because the thing I don't like if you did that, because it came up here. I mean, if anything, I would have wrote calls up in here. But see how we read here. Let's go on the daily. I don't like the fact that it retraced and then boom, this would have been the spot to short. Gosh, how did I miss that? I don't know. Maybe uh, why, how did I miss that? Right back to double top and right down. Now, if you want to write puts, I'd wait for the 393 area. But again, if the markets are dumping, we're going a lot lower. I'd rather wait for the markets to dump out. The IWM, the Dow, the Qs, the SPY, let it all dump out, and then we're going to find some spots to write puts on a bunch of different stuff. But right now, to get cute in these markets, and we wake up tomorrow to a 500-point gap down because Trump, fired a missile at North Korea or whatever the hell's going on. You don't want to be stuck in that mess, and then everything's tanking. So right now, just hold tight on this. We have a long position. Suzanne, this long position, we're going to be hopefully out today or tomorrow. I might hold. We're gonna. What time is it? 2:30. We'll see if the market could catch a bid here. But if I could get a buck and make $300, I'll just be done and say thank you. Well, with commissions, I'll make whatever I don't know, 280 or whatever, 285, whatever the hell it is. But yeah, don't write calls or write puts on these, not yet. Look at the wedge, may turn burl. Yeah, exactly. It could be. You have to watch that wedge on that one to see which way it's going. I'm way behind, guys, so I don't even know. Thoughts on REGN? Come on, Chipotle. REGN. Geez, this is a bio, so can't make it above. This is the daily. It's trying to get above this 200 moving average. Is slightly bullish here, but overall you're down and sideways. So it's kind of a 50-50 shot at this point. Market sell, it's going lower. Market stay buoyant, it could possibly go higher. You do have some lower highs here or higher lows. So that's good. So if you're long this one, hold tight. If you're short, you start getting above this 200 moving average, stuff like that could possibly go higher. So I would, just keep an eye on that one. Let's look at the bigger time frame here, weekly, and these are a lot of news driven crap. So these are sometimes these are tough, but yeah, look at this. I mean, you go down here. Check this out. So you're down on this one, and now you're going sideways in a bearish manner, and kind of in a channel too. Yeah, I would expect lower prices on this one, but I would wait maybe for some news, let it pop up one more time into this area, and then go short on it. But right now it is weak on the weekly chart. You are below the 50 and the 200 MA, and it's holding here on the 20. So if we get back below here and it starts testing this low down in around the 350 area, it's more likely going to go down. So be careful with that. But for me to get into a position right now, I'd rather wait. Like here would have been the time to short it. Over here would have been the time to short it. Right now it's kind of in the lower range. If this thing breaks, breaks the lows, you're probably looking at this pivot here around 319, and then ultimately you're looking at probably 270, 269. Let's look at the monthly real quick. See if there's any MAs down in here. Yeah, gosh, look at that crap. Oh yeah, you stay away from this one. Look at that. That's setting up just like the IBB in a bearish pattern. This thing breaks down, you're going to 269. I wouldn't say 115, but you never know, guys. You got a big support around the 300 even number too. So just be careful with this one if you are long. Yeah, this is setting up to go lower, but it's a monthly time frame, so it's going to take a little bit longer to go. The BIIB, yeah, same crap, down sideways. That's why I'm saying with these biotapes, look at the IBB. These things are setting up to go lower. All right, 403.41 on Chipotle. So far, so good. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 70 minutes we've been waiting. So we got to get above this area here, the 403.68. Come on, one good push. If it pushes up to the 20 MA, I might just get out for the 405, right around $2. So we'll see. Yeah, but this one too, look at that topping tail on the monthly and never came back. So just be careful on these guys. If you're long on the biotechs and stuff, just tighten up those stops because you don't want to wake up one day and everything's flipping tanking. And these are going to come down flipping super hard. Let me tell you, if this pattern plays out on the monthly, we will go to 110. So just be careful with those guys. Thoughts on Twilio? It's been in the range. Twilio, killing me, Carlos, killing me. Twilio. Everyone to short this thing a long time ago, man. That was a great short. Again, everyone laughed. You're an idiot. This thing's going. This thing has so much potential. And Kramer said, we were short right in here. Topping tail, never confirmed, straight down. That was awesome. And then we were telling everybody, we got gaps to fill down here, filling gaps. For me, I wouldn't touch this thing. It's more news driven. Kramer might hype it up. Everything's great again, blah, blah, blah. But again, every time it comes right back into this area, look, they push it up, get everybody long, then they slam it, push it up, slam it, push it up, never gets back above these little high pivot and right back down. Right now, this is just setting up in a bearish pattern, setting up for lower prices, in my opinion. We were talking about the lows here, 23.77. I still think we're going there. But again, if the market's dump, we still have a spot 27, 26, and then ultimately I think 23, 24 bucks. If you ask me, it just can't get going. Look at that. Ah, man. We didn't even hold. We took our 5-10% or whatever it was. I'd have to go back and look. But yeah, and then it just kept going. Of course. But again, high flyer, straight up, straight down. Just like all of them that do the IPOs. But eventually it might come back. I don't even know what they do or anything, but just be careful. Now we're back in the lower range here. If it starts cracking that 30 even number, then expect lower prices. Markets break down, we're going to 24. 23.77, double bottom. Yeah, same thing. IRBT short. Yeah, iRobot. We were short. We got out. We were short, and when it was going up here, everyone was laughing. Boom, earnings came. We took it. You could maybe give it a shot. I mean, it could pop up one more time. For me, I'd rather let it get to the $60, 62, almost a double top again, and then I would do it. You're back below this trend line here, which was big for us, which is right there, those highs there. So that's telling me possible lower prices. But for me, I would, if you want to short it again, I would wait for another retrace and then do it above 60. The big even number, 62, and a double top, I would do it in a heartbeat because you got the big inside bar. But it's setting up bearish. I mean, if you wanted to, you could play it. All right, if you short at 56, if it gets above this pivot here at 58, 59, you have to stop out. And if it gets back to 62, 64, you reshort it again. You could do something like that. All right, 403.58. I don't know if someone took this long here and got around 402.50. 402.25 and you loaded it up, maybe 500 shares. Think about taking something off here. You made 500 bucks, get the hell out. Don't be sitting in this one and let it pull back. So you're up a buck on this trade or whatever, get out. So yeah, I mean, you could play it like that. I mean, it is looking a little bit weak. It is setting up to go lower, but it doesn't mean it can't get one big pop and then the next drop. So I would wait for, we went up, pull back, one more good push, and then it's iRobot, guys. They make vacuum cleaners. Yeah, so that one was there. Yeah, we did iRobot. Yeah, so 3 times experience the case. Yeah, exactly. The 3 times options too. So you got to watch like the VXX. I used to try to trade the VXX and it was like, why the hell does it keep going down? The markets are going down and now it's still going down. So now I just stay away from all that crap. Is J&J going to double top? Let's see. J&J. Yeah, look at that. Gosh. Is Kramer hyping this one up? Yeah, guys, if you want to go short, let's see if we could pierce this double top and go for maybe 130 on this. Let's give this one a little bit of time. Let's see on the daily here. Ooh, I like that. Wow. Wow. Gosh, see what happens is if the markets start to tank, everyone's going to get into stocks like this. So this could go up a little bit higher. If you wanted to start to nibble, you can. But just think that this thing could go to 130, possibly a little bit higher. I like the fact that it did come in. It's chopping around. One more push up here and no volume. Try to shake everybody out of the shorts and then possibly the next move down. But weekly, you got a little bit more here. Yeah, if it goes a little bit more, keep this one on your radar. Have you gone over AMD? No, not yet. I could pull that one up next. So it looks like somebody sold CMG, went down a little bit. Thanks for ruining my position, guys. USO's having some crazy, well, it's at 230, so that stopped it. So, but it pulled back real nice. Hold on, guys. Just want to look at everything. CMG, man, X, damn it. I knew I should have shorted US Steel again. Damn, I was doing so many other things. I just missed it. Darn it. I mean, we traded it a couple times, but oh gosh, it keeps going down. But yeah, J&J, if you want to short, let's see if we can get another buck or two out of this thing. Let's see if it could pierce through double top here. maybe go to 128 to 130, and then we'll short it. If you want to do it, you can start nibbling on it. Maybe 100 shares here, 100 shares, up here, maybe 50 shares here, 50 shares there, and maybe it goes to 130, another 50. Just small, guys, little positions, baby steps. On a $10,000 position, if you make 5-10%, it's almost a grand, 700, 500 bucks. On to the next one. And we're trying to do, I'm trying to do at least a couple hundred trades a year. If you're getting $500 on each trade, you get 200 winners. That's some pretty good coin. So, but yeah, Jonathan, yeah, that you could a little bit more, like I said, if the markets start going down, this one will probably push up a little bit and then start to follow. But this isn't a bad area now, but it is consolidating a little bit stretched. You can take a short now, but be willing to add more if it just goes up a little bit more. So, I mean, honestly, you go to 130 for all I know. I don't have my crystal ball today. So I wish I did. I'd be like, all right, guys, short this one, short THO all in. It's going to $100, which where did Dora go today? Did it go to 100? 102.55. So almost caught that one at the low when I posted to get the hell out. So, all right, let's look at AMD. Oops. AMD. Is that catching a bid? Yeah, a little bit. Nothing really, though. Yeah, see, now this is what we'd be waiting. So it gets down below here. Now it's going sideways. You could buy the dippers because they all bought the dip around here at 12.50. Well, we shorted this thing at 15.26. We're already out. Our last half was right around 13.04, something like that we covered. But boom, everyone laughed. And if you would have took my advice, you could have gained a couple bucks on this position if you're long. Now, though, you're going sideways. I think it's setting up for the next leg down. If it does move down, you're watching for the 50 MA support. You do have a gap fill around 12.24. But then you have this one here around 10.33. You have the window as well. You have the 750. You got a couple retrace levels as well. I still think this is going to $10 and then $9.50. And if it really starts to rumble, it's going to 8.04. I didn't post that because everyone would think I'm insane. But stocks like this, you get a big move like this, guys. Come on, it's not going up forever. Look at that. It's like, come on. And just like anything, we're stretched from the 220 MA. Here it comes. It's a monthly chart, so it might take a little more time, but it's a monthly chart. Next thing you know, it's here. Next thing you know, it's there. You do have good support here around 10.45, $10. So that's why I called out $10. You might end up at 9.44, but if that breaks, you're probably going to $7. Or this level here, 8.10. So just be careful. If you're long in this one, be careful. It's just, it's the Eiffel Tower, straight up. It will pull back. Sorry, longs. That's just the way this stuff works. Every chart that gets extended like this, you'll get a pullback, but it takes months of chopping, upgrades, bullish, talking heads, blah, blah, blah. And AMD's the next one, the next best stock ever, blah, blah, blah. Look at Netties. That thing's just God, freaking POS. So I can't stand. I got to take that one off my freaking on my thing. It's just like, there it goes again. MLM's going lower. That one we shorted, covered, shorted. That one we were married to a little bit longer. So, all right. So that's AMD. So, if you're long, just tighten those stops up. It could easily be a $10 stock again, in my opinion. BA, I believe if you're not short, you could be short in this one. Yeah. There you go. Short BA. If you're not short, it's shorted now. Yeah. We were talking about this one the other day. Got up 185. Big area, could pull back, could go up more. Don't load the house. Just know that's a little bit extended. Had a lovely move up, but now it's time to time to pull back a little bit. I think we could pull back probably to the 160 area. $20, $30. And if it really starts to rumble the markets, we're probably going to 150, possibly lower. So be careful with this one. If you're long BA, tighten that stop up. If you're looking to short it, you could definitely short it here. If you want to use a tight stop out, use the 186, 187 area. Me personally, if you want to short it here, I would stop out above 190 or so. If it goes to 190, you're probably going to 200, then reshort it again up there. Again, small positions, guys. Here goes the SPY. Someone's holding the SPY up still. Unbelievable. At 31 million. It's like, what's something's gonna happen, guys. And that's why I've been adding shorts across the board. This action is just flat out ridiculous. In my opinion, of course. So Facebook, I was gonna say I had Chipotle. I was like $8 on Facebook. Whoa. No, it's down up 3 cents. I was like, holy crap, what's going on with Facebook? This I shorted right here. You got this big trend line here. These are the trend lines coming off this. See where it went up right into those areas, and that's where it's been holding for like a week or two. So for me, I would short it. Maybe use 141, 142 as a stop out area. But if we actually close negative on the day, we'll have a little bit of a topping tail. So you can use the topping tail, but I'd use 140, 141 if you want to go short here. Again, puts are tough, guys, so be careful with the puts. Make sure you go out a couple months if you have to do that, or if that's the only way you can short a stock. But just be aware. Don't load the house because this can go nowhere for the next 2 or 3 months like the markets have been doing. It's just been kind of a slow grinding turd up. Every time the markets come in, they go straight up, then they chop around for 9 months. They come in, then they go up and they chop around. But again, we're extended up on this move. I think this is a great shot, spot to short Facebook, in my opinion. If the markets go up, Facebook will go up higher. I just took my calls on XO. Did I get in too soon? I just took calls on ExxonMobil. Let's see. ExxonMobil. Gosh, it's a tough one. I mean, for me, I think it's going down, but if they spread some news with the OPEC and this and that, right here, again, we came in a double bottom. We popped up. We're in the lower end of the range. As long as we stay above this 20 MA, you're going to be fine. If it gets back below the 20 MA, expect lower prices. I think we're going to test this double bottom. So right now, though, we are in a bearish pattern here. You are above the 20, which is a little bit stronger. But, if this thing comes right back in, fills this gap, where it's going downtown. So be careful with those calls. Weekly chart. Weekly chart's pretty ugly as well. It's trying to hold this double bottom here. If that cracks, we're going to go right back to double bottom at 80. Then I think we can retest these, start going 79, 78, 77. Just be careful. If the markets start to get blasted, you got to get out of anything long, period. So for now, it wouldn't be bad. Long side, if you get back into the 85, 86 area up into here, I'd probably, if you have a profit, get the hell out and say thank you very much. But right now, and even here at 84.29, you're going to have some resistance if it pushes up. So just, it's not terrible. I see what you're looking at, oversold condition. You got to get a bounce, but I think this could have been the bounce right here in this week, last week, and that was it. And then now we're coming right back in. So just be careful with these calls positioned on the XOM. I'm still betting on the downside on the USO. I think oil has lower prices to come, in my opinion. So just be careful with that one tomorrow. Let's see here. Nettie's catching a bit out of and that's the stuff that's why I mentioned that one. It's just like, what the heck? It just drives me crazy. I mean, look at this thing. It pulls in really nice, and then pop goes the weasel again. But at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months up, you'd expect a little bit of a pullback. 8 months up, 9 months up. Right now, if you're short Netties, there's really nothing wrong, especially if you short it up here. Just chop it around here on the weekly. But yeah, out of the blue, let me pull this up. Well, here I like this inside bar pattern. This is pretty good on this one. Netties inside bar, but as long as we're above the moving averages, it's okay. But if it starts getting below, and this is your line in the sand right here around 278, 73, if that cracks, then you're going right back down, going to fill the gap and all that stuff. But what we're talking about here, guys, like this, all of a sudden out of the blue, you get some big volume coming in and straight up. It's like, oh my gosh, do they have what is today, Tuesday? So they might have options expiring tomorrow on this one, possibly. So, but we're right back in the double top. So, double top from the other day. That can hold it, but apparently something's going on. You have the 200 moving average here, which is resistance. Let's look at the 60-minute on this one. Yeah, 60-minute, you got some resistance at 296.61. So you got a couple more bucks to go up. You know what? If this thing moves up to maybe 297, 298, might give this thing a shot short. Just to let you guys know. We'll see. But right now, it's got to get above this area right here. This is pretty big too, the 294.12. If it can't get above that, see how this, here, I'll open it up a little bit. But see how this pattern here, boom, sideways, that's more bearish. If it can't get above this big red bar here, right around 294.08, then we'll probably pull back. What's the high? 294.25. So it's fighting for that high right now. It's having a little bit of problem getting through it. If it cannot get through it, most likely it's going to turn back. But something's going on here because some volume popped in. See how it's hitting the 200 moving average there? Someone's fighting it. What do we have left? We have a couple minutes left on this candle. Here's that high back. No, the high was back here a little bit. So this is where we're touching these highs right back here. So even 294.77 is a good area. But again, something's up with this one. Anybody else? Any other stocks you want me to look at? I could take a quick peek. Nettie's going up. US Steel, I want to show you that. Damn, guys. Again, look at that. And they had the hype on the Trump trade, and then look what they did. They brought it up. We were short. We covered it. And right here, we should have did it again. And damn it. I would have to look. I don't think I did that one. Look at that. 4 days of just bleeding. And look, inside bar, closes below. Boom, right back up. Sucks everybody in. It's the Trump trade. Now they're taking them to the house. I still think this is going to 25. So be careful with that one. GPS. Let's see. Yeah, down, sideways. You got to retrace. Let's see here. Let's look at the bigger time frames. Let's look at the weeklies. Yeah, I mean, remember when was this? 2016. Remember when Amazon was taking over the world? And don't get into any of these. I think this is Gap stores. I think. And then it bombs. Now it's the best thing since sliced bread. Look, comes right back to double top, right back down. So really, let's see where the retrace is on this. Yeah, so we're holding the 5-0 retrace, held the 618, chopping around, still in a bearish pattern. Yeah, I'm thinking lower prices. Saying if the market's dumped, this thing's going to at least 20 bucks, and then 17 will be the next level. If you're long in this one, hold on here. If you're long, this is the weekly. So if you're long, you want to get back above these moving averages and hold them. But if it can't get above it and this thing starts slipping below these, this is a weekly chart, remember, so it's going to close on the weekly and it starts cracking 22, then most likely you're going lower because this is a nice inside bar bearish pattern. It's trying to find its way up here, but the market sell, it will help it find its way and it will be down. If the markets move up, you might be able to move up a little bit more. I don't know how much juice is left in this SPY or the IWM or any of those, but right now it's looking a little bit weak. On the daily, you are holding the 20. Well, you're a little bit below the 20 MA, but you're holding the 50 and the 200 MA. So right now it's okay. If you're long, tighten the stops. If you're short, just hold on. You could probably be back down to 22 bucks shortly. Market's dumped, you'll dump lower. If you're long, just make sure you stay above the MAs and looking for higher prices. And if it does pop up, you want to get past double top. This pivot here around 26.72. Then ultimately you have a big gap, gap window here at 28. If it did somehow somewhere get back up in here and fill this gap at 30.73, you need to get out. Because that could be the end of the road right there. That would definitely be the end of the road if it got there. But right now this is slightly bearish. Unless they get some news or something and it pops it up, then anything can happen, guys. You got to look at these markets, from every angle. And if the SPY sells, SPY's just chopping around 31 million on a day. That just blows me away. It's pretty. Oh yeah. Yeah, Trumpflation, exactly. You got it. It's just getting to be stupid, guys. Just be nimble in these markets. You don't want to wake up and get your ass beat. Gold. We did go over that today. We are coming back into the 618 retrace. So this is a big area here, but if we made it down here, I'm still thinking 115, 114, 99, this 50 MA here. And then also you have the 750 retrace. So let's see. But, like I was explaining earlier, look at this run. Had a hell of a run. I should have pulled something off, but I just didn't want to get too cute. Because if we did, after the fact, of course, I should have pulled something off. That's easy. But you had a $5 pullback here. Let's see if this thing starts to move up again. We're running into some support. We still have a gap fill down here at 115.23. Again, if this is the fly, that's the crap. That's what they like to do. Flies like to go to crap, just like stocks like to go to gap fills and gap windows. But we're at the gap window here too, and the 618. Big area, guys. So let's see if this area holds. But on the month or on the weekly, like we showed before, you have the 50 MA and the 20 and the 200 MA here. You'd expect this thing to pull back, and that's exactly what it did. But you have great support here on the weekly and the daily. So, let's see if this thing can hold up. And there's really nothing wrong other than a pullback from a $13 move into great resistance. So you got to be aware of that. All right, let's see, CIG. CIG. See, yeah, just a low flyer. 3 million on the day. That's making higher lows here. Going back up. Let's see on the retrace. Well, right, look at that. So the first hit of the 618 pulled back. Now it's trying to make a run. Well, it looks like this one could go to 445. If it gets past this high right here around the 375, then you're most likely going to 427, then 445. I don't know what this one is, but there's really nothing wrong with this stock. You're making lower high or higher lows here. Yeah, I mean, if you're long with this one, just hold it, but tighten that stop as this thing's moving up. Because you want to wake up one day with news or something with this. But right now, nothing's wrong. You had a nice retrace to the 618, but at this point, I cannot. It might make it up here to the 446, maybe. I wouldn't be a buyer here if you're a buyer down here at $2. Ride it up, put a tight stop in there, and maybe you could get that couple more bucks out of it. So, but yeah, I don't really follow. These things are just these $2 stocks, $3 stocks. I just don't do these. They're more momentum plays. I mean, look at that. I mean, this could be the end of the road too. Comes back in, all the shorts just cover, all the longs are selling, then it comes here, everyone's chasing. So apparently something's going on. Maybe some news, or maybe it's a Trump trade or something. I don't even know. But yeah, beware. You're back in the double top. This is where it could stop. But if it continues up, you're probably going to that 200 MA, but that's on the weekly, remember. That's a bigger time frame. So, but you're into good resistance right here too. Let's see how this thing handles. If it starts to go sideways, and expect to move up. The markets start to dump. This one, I guess, can move up a little bit. I just don't know what it is or what it refers to. So, nothing wrong though with it. If you're long, just tighten up the stop. If you want to short it, I would have to wait until at least here. If not, I would definitely wait for the 535 number. But I personally, I wouldn't short the stock or any stocks that are, $5, $3, or anything like that. Just drives me crazy. So, all right, hold on, guys. Let's see here. NAVI. NAVI. Oh, wow, look at that. So pulls back, goes up into this area here where it started breaking down. It's $18. Boom, right back down. Let's look at the retrace. Let's see where it went to. So went in between the 618, 750, but let's put it back down here now. All right, you have good support at the 382, then the 50. You got a gap fill down here, but ultimately it could get back down to the 618 or the 750 here. Again, if the market's dump, it's going lower. If the market's going to go up, it's going to go higher. Right now, though, you are in an inside bar bullish pattern, so it could possibly go up, but you have a slight bearish pattern here too, so that could possibly play out as well. But right now, you're still above the 50 MA. And you're below the 20, but this is the weekly chart, so it's a little bit bigger time frame. But you could go a little bit lower. Let me look at the daily real quick. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, that's what it's holding. You got that and the gap window here. Now you're just waiting for pattern. I mean, if you're short this one, I tighten your stop up. You might end up popping up a little bit, but yeah, for me, there's really nothing to do. If you're short, just keep riding it. You might ride, you're holding support right here. But you have a gap fill here. You have this pivot down in here. Yeah, I'm thinking it's setting up for lower prices. SPY's catching another little bid, like it always does. God, is this market pathetic? This is so stupid. But yeah, this thing, even here, a little bearish pattern playing out, a little bearish starting to play out. You do have support here. I definitely see that. If it starts to crack, you're probably going to fill this gap and then go to the slow pivot around 1267 or 1264. So be careful with that one. Let's see, Trumpflation. Yeah, Navi might be a good short-term trade off of bounce off. Yeah, I see what you're saying, and you have a gap window, but it's just a slow bleeder. You got 1.8 million shares, and you got a lot of people dumping in here. For me, I would rather wait for it to come down in this area, maybe for a long weekly. Let me look at the weekly one more time. Yeah, you still have support here. I mean, it's not bad. I just like this big inside bar. I'd rather see $13 hit and then go up. but it's not bad right here. I guess if it cracks below the 1439 and then it gets below the 200 MA and closes. I mean, if you close down here below the candle and 1423 area, you're going to go to gap fill. So just be careful. For me, I'd rather see it coming from a high pivot straight down into it, not really in a bearish consolidation, a little bit retrace and coming back down. I want to see a move where it just comes straight into it and then pop, or straight up into an area and then drop, something like that. But it's anyone's guess at this point. I mean, you have support here, though. It could bounce, but I would wait for a little lower prices if it was me. Do you think Tesla is holding 250 in preparation for a capital raise, or just holding for yeah, hard to say. I follow the charts. I don't know what those guys are doing. But you got to think, you had a nice fall from 285. It held right here, which is good support, and we're just really holding support right here, chopping around in a bearish manner. If you're bullish on Tesla, you need to stay above the 50. If you're bearish, if it gets below the 50, then I still think we're heading down to 218. That's me though. That's me. But after earnings and stuff popped up, and typical Tesla straight back down. So that's what Tesla does. But right now it's holding strong. Nothing wrong with it. I don't know if they're doing capital. I mean, it's just all more lip service with all that stuff. But we're back below these big trend lines again, and that's not good for Tesla. Never was, never will be. So, again, I tell everybody, start shorting this thing. If you're long, take profits, buy back cheaper. And, of course, nobody does. So I'm still thinking, 220 area, 218. And if it really starts to rumble with the markets, I'm still thinking 185. I still think this one could be a $150 stock down in here and fill this gap right there, 150, 137. Mark my words. Mark that on your calendars, kids. 150, 137. Well, it's going to stop here most likely too at 178. But if that cracks, going right down back to here. It's a good support down here. But when you get a move, 100-point move, expect to pull back. So everyone thinks it goes up 100 points and they think it's going up another 100. One day it will, but holy cow. So guys, take your $100 move and pocket it, please. Yeah, but it is holding the MA. I like the setup here actually on the daily for more down moves. But it's Tesla, they get news, will pop up. For me, I'd rather have it pop up here, maybe fill the gap up here around 273, then I'll short it again. But right now, if you're short Tesla from even up here, hold tight. This is, I think it's setting up for some sideways action to go down. If it gets some news, it could go up. News is a 50-50 shot, just like earnings. So be careful with that one, sir. SQ might be a good time to short. Downward movement and a huge gap fill. Down to fill. Which one is that one? SQ. I think we looked at this one the other day. Yeah, not yet. We were looking up here. I think, let's see. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, there's just not a lot on here. I want to see, it could still, I mean, if you did that, that's still, let's see. It might be a good time to short. Let's see on the monthly. Yeah, there's just not a lot on here for me. I mean, I see, we've looked at this one before. I see what you're looking at. Did get past here. I was saying $20 even number. It might not make it there now. Gosh, that's hard to say. I mean, 18 bucks would have been the area, the even number, if you really wanted to take a stab at it. But to chase it down, I'd rather see it retrace back up into this area, then short it. I mean, you had already from 18.16, you're at 16.70. You had a heck of a pullback already. So don't really chase it. Let's see if we could get one more pop up, maybe get to 20 and then shoot down. Check on earnings. I don't know what this is, but check on earnings for this one. If it could pop up one more time, then probably do the short. Yeah, you don't want to chase this thing down, because as soon as you go short, it's got 4 million on a day. As soon as you go short, they're going to pop it up in your face and do that. I mean, it could break down. If the markets break down, it's all going lower. It doesn't really matter. But just don't get stuck on this. This would have been it up here shorting it. Let it retrace one more time, maybe 1850. If it got to 20, even better. But just don't chase this one. It already pulled back. Let it go up one more time and then do it again. All Tesla longs must die. Yeah, right. Yeah, Frank. Can you clarify for me, please? Is hiking interest rates a good or bad for gold? Everyone says something different. it's going to be hard to say, Suzanne, with that one. It's kind of right now, at least GLD, it's pulling back. I personally, if they hike the rates, it's going to be good for nothing. It's going to slow down the economy. It's going to be crazy. But the only reason I don't really want to, it's my opinion, of course, but as this thing's pulling back, it really all depends on the markets. If they hike the rates and the markets come crashing down and everything starts to get a little bit crazy, gold can shoot through the roof. I don't care what anything's going on. People are going to run the safety to the gold trade, period. If the markets stay buoyant like this, you're going to get some sellers, and getting out of gold. But technically, you got people getting out of here from technicals because we hit good areas. So whoever bought it down here, technically from the lows, technically they're going to sell at the highs because we're coming into huge resistance. So it's not really about, it is, dollar up, gold down, dollar down, gold up. That's how it usually works. Guys, if you're in the Chipotle trade still, we're starting to head up a little bit more, 403.62. Well, 403.50 now. Don't sell yet. Just let it go up a little bit more so I can get out. So, but yeah, it will slow down everything. People might go to safe. It really depends on the markets on how it's really happening, because there's really no rhyme or reason, just like oil as well. But if you get the safety trade, I think people will hop in this thing and it will go up. But technically, you're coming to gap fill or the gap window here, and we're in this support. So we might have a shallow retrace and then the next wave up. So to answer your question, it's really hard to say. I want to see what the markets are doing. If the markets stay complacent after a rate hike, then really gold will just kind of do its thing. And I think technically, it was a little bit, people are chasing up here. And if for whatever reason, when you get that couple day move up, that's when everyone buys and they don't realize there's resistance up here, or all of a sudden it's pulling back. And, like the guy like me 10 years ago, every time I buy a stock, it goes flipping down. So, but this is the part where, gold already ran up, it pulled back, ran up, pulled back, and now it's making another run. So that's where everyone's jumping in because they don't look at anything. They just, oh, well, this guy said to buy gold right now. Oh my gosh, it's on the roll. But they don't realize we're in the resistance where it's pulling back. So for me, rate hikes, this, that, anything else, I don't really care about that stuff. I'm just looking at the charts, trying to figure out where this thing can go. And going back to the gold, we showed this earlier, you're in the big resistance here. And I know you asked me why didn't I sell my position. I'm going to stick with gold a little bit longer. Might be the wrong move, but I'm thinking if the markets come in, this will probably pull back a little bit more, maybe. 115 is a real good area of support. So if we crack through that, then it could possibly go lower. But you know what? We start getting the fear of God in everyone's eyes. This thing's going to be 132 in no time. 131. So not to load the house on JNUG or GLD or whatever, but remember, just put yourself in the right size position where you can add more and just take it slow and steady. That's all you can really do. So that's pretty much it, So let's see here. Hope that helps. Yeah, Suzanne, just remember small size positions. Remember NVIDIA when I was saying to write calls on that one? Those 20, they went to 32 bucks. Those calls, I got out of them at 12.10 and 13.10 or 13.20, one or the other. Sold some yesterday and sold the rest today. I got out of it. But look how long that took. A little while, but patience, you know me, Suzanne. Mr. Patience, baby. But patience pay off. I've been in trades for a couple months, 5-6 months, and I hate sticking with trades. But on some of these plays with the high flyer monthly charts, you got to stick with them. Gold's a little bit tough. This is when you would have been buying the JNUG at 115, 110, 107. And then as this thing's coming in and it got that thing just terrorized everybody. Well, looks like the S&P or the SPY's coming right back in. Yeah, this is just 33 million on the SPY. Oh, it's 3 o'clock, the power hour. That's how everybody says on Stock Twits. It's the power hour. Just buy now. Brazilian utility company, CJ. Is that what that is? Okay. Yeah, I don't even know what half the stuff is. Sometimes I don't even want to know what it is. Just let me look at the chart. Let me figure out what it is. And then at the end of the reading, you can tell me, hey, this is Apple. That's why it doesn't matter for me if it's Apple, if it's Google, if it's Netflix, or what the company is. If I see a good chart with a good pullback, I'm going to take that trade. I don't really care. And look at this one. We're talking about Netties earlier. And remember we were talking about the 200 MA right there. We had double top. Okay, pulling back a little bit more. And if you look at the 60-minute, 60-minute was double top. I mean, we could have waited for the 296.69, but as soon as we got into that big resistance, this thing isn't going anywhere. Unless the SPY and everything gets a massive bid. Something came out here. I don't know what it was, but look at that, right to big resistance, boom, pulls back. If it does not close above, it closed above there. I want to see follow through. No follow through, right back down. That's the crap we're looking for. Just like Chipotle, this is just being a little pig over here. I mean, it's starting to pop up a little bit, but apparently they flushed them all out. A lot of the shorts came in here, probably couple of us, bought it long, and then they're just holding because they know technicals came in, and the market makers are like, you know what, we're going to make these guys wait. But knowing that we are back above the gap fill here, that this thing could pop up. Now we're running into this little guy here, the 20 MA. This is where we can see the problem. So if this thing pops up and gets above, 404, I'm just going to cut it off for my $1.50 or $1.27 and just say F you. How about that, guys? UNH. All right, hold on. But can you say hold on, let me go. What is it? UNH. Yeah, we had a short in this one too. Oh yeah, look at that. I think I posted that one. And this was another one we found, all these guys not tanking, but hey, I'll take it from I guess from the highs, right, of the day. Yeah, 169. Yeah, that's nice. Come on, come to daddy, baby. Come to daddy. All right, let's see. We're coming into here, double bottom. Let's see if this thing bounces. Unless there's news on this thing can keep selling. UNH, I got so many trades out there, guys. Like I said, I'm not in all of them. But I think now we are in URI. Alta. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna have to start writing this stuff down. I actually had a spreadsheet at one point that I'm trying to figure out on what the heck is this called? WordPress. If there's anything where I can do spreadsheets and have them posted where people can see the trades that I'm in, I'm working on the website. If anyone's really good at WordPress, send me an email at stockbookie@gmail.com and help me out, man. Somebody help me. Yeah, iRobot, we sold that. We covered that one. Yeah, I swear, you know what? Hold on. I'll tell you right now. Why am I even messing around with this? Let's look at the monthly. Yeah, okay, yeah. We looked at this one. I think I just posted a trade. Hello, dummy. Where are we? Darn it. Like I said, I'm not in all these trades, guys, so I gotta see. What is this one? UNH. I had to have. This is a high flyer. Did I do it? Did I do it today? I don't even know. I thought we had a trade in this one. I know we looked at it. I don't even know, guys. I have so many flipping trades out there. I don't even know. But yeah, if you're not short, well, now it's coming in, of course. Hey, look at Chipotle. We're getting there. But yeah, I mean, this is another highlight. Maybe we looked at this one earlier today, but yeah, this was a high flyer. Maybe we're talking about 175 area. It's coming down right now. So maybe I told you guys today. I don't even know. I'm 46 years old, guys. I'm losing it. I have 3 kids under 10, and it's freaking nuts. Let me tell you, I'm running a business. I'm trading. I'm trying to scalp. I'm trying to keep track of all this crap. I need like an assistant here. But I thought I put a trade out on this one. Maybe not. I'll let the look. Someone look on my Twitter page. Maybe I did. Oh, let's see. Or maybe I told you guys today. I don't even know. You just shorted it. Okay, there you go. Did I tell you guys to short it today? Maybe it was today. Maybe I didn't post it. See Mike Norman's video on YouTube about GLD and rate increases. He is on MMT, modern monetary theory guy. Okay, yeah, there you go, Suzanne. Check that guy out. But still, it's everyone's opinion. Still, just like it's my opinion. I just follow the charts. That's all I'm doing here. I let go, but taking profits along the way. Yeah, waiting to get back in. Yeah, exactly. If it pulls back and 115, start to nibble again. If it goes back to 110, definitely. Yes, you are the king of patience. Yeah, right. DKS for a quick long. All right, hold on here. Let's go back to this one here. Ah, look at that. See, I like volume. See how they stopped it right before it because they know all technical traders are waiting for this and double bottom. And the even number at 168. So you know what? These bastards have to stop it right before it hits in there. Unless on the 60, there might be the 20 MA or something. Yeah, right there. He's a little bastard. That's what's holding it up too. So as long as this thing starts to close below it, we'll be in good shape. All right. Chipotle's at 403.97. So if anyone was in that long, you're about a buck 50 up on that trade. So, you know, if you want to just get the hell out, get the hell out. Suzanne knows me. I'm going to wait a little more patience on this one. Let's see if we can get a little bit more out of it. But yeah, hey, I'll take my buck 27, 28 now, whatever it is, right in there. 300 shares. Yeah, baby. Squeeze me another buck, baby. Taking my wife out to dinner tonight. DKS. Sorry, guys. I'm a little bit delirious today. Wow, look at that little ass kicking there. Nah, not yet. Right here would have been your area. Let's see if there was anything there. Bet you there was a gap fill or something there. Yeah, look at that little pivot. Damn. See, that's the stuff. If I was doing morning stuff, look at that. 4807 was your area on this one. So as this one was falling, look at that. Fall, boom, 4807. It probably did hit the even number two, and look at that bounce. It bounced $1.50 on this one. Yeah, nothing to do on this one. But that's where you want to get trades like this. You got 3-bar surge, 4th bar into this, 8 o'clock or 9 or 10 o'clock hour, even number, pivot low, boom, 3 bars up. You get 3 bars up, you get the hell out. And then look, 3 bar. This is where everyone's buying technically. Straight up, all the technical guys are dumping. All the chasers are chasing and then right back down because there's no more buyers. All the buyers bought here, they all sold here. Goodbye. Next leg down. And that's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, nothing here though. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I mean it did come in a double bottom here, but now you're just kind of I'd rather see a big move like Chipotle, see how it just bled, and then you had the 3-bar surge, and then you had the big volume spike there. You know buyers are coming in down in here. And guess what? That's what we did. 404.15. Let's hold it. Let's see if we could get to this later. Let's be a pig on this one. 404.75. Let's see if we can. The SPY was catching a bid. Now it's coming back in. So 315. Let's see if we get a little more buying, and maybe some shorts are covering too. We'll see. But I do like the fact that it got back above the 20 MA. Let's see if we can hold it. 315. We got about 4.5 minutes left. Let's see if we can stay above the 20. And if we do, I want to see a little more follow through. Then I think we could get up here a little bit more. So keep an eye on that one. But yeah, nothing to do. This would have been the trade right here. Boom, and that bounce. That would have been awesome. Take 1,500 shares right here. Get your buck, make 1,500, and get the hell out. PLCE. We traded this one. We're short. Hold on. ELCE. Yeah, this one just keeps sticking around here. Let's see here, monthly. I think this was a monthly stretch job. So, all right, 404.25. Yeah. So we do have a short trade on this one here. I believe we covered half, and now it's just holding this area. This is the line in the sand. Even when it got above there, here's your big area. It got above, never confirmed. If you are short this one, hold it. I still think we got another 10 bucks to go, in my opinion. The markets go, this thing's going lower. It is holding this trend line here. If you're long, just tighten the stops up. For me, we initiated a short position. It was a while back. I would have to look on the feed. I was not in it, but we took. Here, let me see if I can find it. I have another, like I said, I have another sheet too. I'm not in. I'm not in every one of these guys. I wish I could be. But eventually I will be. Like I said, if you want to do $10,000, positions, do 20,000, but make sure you can do 10 or 20 or 30 of them. Do a bunch of them. Just don't stick with one trade and keep going. But yeah, this was another one, just a stretch job on the monthly, and it will be coming back. But see how it goes right in that trend line? It's just holding there, holding there. That's your line in the sand. And then the 100 even number as well, that's trying to hold this thing. So you got to be patient with these trades because these are the ones that we're playing on the monthly charts. And these are the ones you just got to set it and forget it and just let it play out. And then if they do pull in, you take your money and run. You don't look back on these, because next thing you know, it's going against you. But knowing that, you know what, if you got in around 105, 108 or whatever, you got to stick with this trade, because eventually it's just going to fall and fall and fall and fall and fall. We might even have covered this one too. I'm looking behind here. Like I said, I have a spreadsheet too. I got to start going through it. I've been just posting so many trades. It's just so hard to keep track of these. If I'm not in them, then it's really hard to keep track, because watching my trades, doing this, doing that. So yeah, I don't know if we're still short PL. If anybody took that trade and was watching my Twitter feed, let me know. I'm looking. I'm going back to these. Or we've they pull back. I mean, we could have pulled back and did it again, but it doesn't look like we went twice. All right, there you go. Yeah, we closed it out. So this is it right here. We took it. Yeah, this was back in November. So I was gonna say I don't remember. Then we took it here. We covered half. Then we covered the last half. So we were out of it. But yeah, I don't have a problem. I still think it's coming back in. It's still stretched. And 77 is your well, I'd say maybe $90. I'd still say you get another 10 out of this one. But maybe wait for the retrace back up. I don't know if earnings. That's another thing too. Keep an eye out for earnings. But that's one too. But yeah, I love that short. When that thing popped up here and it hit this trend line, we were adding, then came right back in and we were done. So, and that's that. But yeah, you could possibly. I still like it to come back in. It's a little stretch, but man, if you could get a retrace on this one, let's look at the daily really quick. Yeah, so it went up, came in, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's not bad. If you could pop, as long, if you want to go short here, you can. 87, this is your area, gap fill right down in here. If it really starts to go, you can maybe get to 75. So, but yeah, I mean, slightly bullish here, but you're still below the MA. So, if it starts to pop up and gets above 105 and stuff, maybe I don't know when earnings are, so just watch out for that. But take a small position. If it starts popping up, just add slow to it. If it gets to 110, or 111, that's your last place to add. And then boom, get out. Or not get out, or just hold tight, because on the monthly chart, that's the monthly chart play you're going to do. So, all right, let's see here. Yeah, I called the show earlier today, and you looked at. Okay, that was it. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I was going to say, did I? I know someone. URI. There's UNH. Let's see, what else was there? There's a couple other ones. Was there any other ones that they use? The UUP, URI, UPS, UAL. Visa's up a little bit. BLO. That Wix just won't give it up. That's retracing too. If you're not short this Wix one, you think about shorting this thing again, and if it gets it back to double top, you could do it again. We did. I think we're out of that one too. I don't even know. Maybe I should follow my own Twitter page. Yeah, I think Wix we did. Not that anyone's asking, but IDK, but naked, always on my radar. There's a thing for keeps me coming around. Yeah, right. I don't know, but yeah, exactly. Oh man, UNH. Okay, yeah. So that's coming in. So that's nice. So if anyone took that trade, you could do that one. UNH. That's coming. Is that still coming in? Did it make it to the 200 moving average? No, look at that. Damn it. Jeez. Shallow from the even number too. So a lot of people were waiting down here to pull the trigger on that one. But check out Netties. Went right to the area, still coming back. This is another one. It's 700,000 traded on a day. It's hard. I wouldn't doubt if it pops and keeps going. Volume disappeared, and you might get some more volume. This thing rock and rolls. 404.25 on the CMG. If anyone's in that one, start just tighten up the stop and protect it. Tomorrow actually this one could maybe, if the market stay buoyant, this one can actually maybe move up a little bit. So maybe I'll sell half the position I have and then maybe ride it tomorrow. Maybe sell 200 shares and keep the 100. Maybe do something like that. I'm so young, thanks. Yeah, I don't feel that. When my 10-year-old turned 10, it was like, oh my gosh, getting old. Yeah. But no, I'm great. I'm in good health. Everything's good. Love this stuff. Love talking to people. All that good stuff. ADUS. ADUS. I don't know if I ever looked at this one. Wow, that thing's coming down like a brick. Let's see. Daily. Let's see. Looks like the SPY gaps up, holds on. Gosh, right calls right here. Holy cow, you right calls up here. This thing would have been a beauty. Oh, you could have wrote calls today. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see monthly just to see what's going on here. Wow, double top. Look at that. Damn, where were you earlier today? Who was this? I don't know what that is. And I'll call you AM, Amio Betez or whatever. Damn, where were you earlier? Holy cow, look at that double top. These high pivots here, and that thing just came right in. Damn, love that. Look at that gap up and then the fade. 184,000 on the day, still a light trading. Yeah, I mean this one on the daily at least, you went in the double top. It's kind of chopping around. This could be the end of the road for this one. If you're long, just tighten that stop up. If you're long, you want to stay above these MAs and keep going. If you're short this one, though, if it closes below the MAs, I would say gap window, gap fill down here, you're going to 25 bucks. It's not it's a pretty good spot to short. If you want to go short here, if you get above this high pivot, you just stop out. If you go to 40 again, then you go short again on this one. And something like this. So yeah, so you want to just if you're short this one, hold tight, let it roll. Again, you're going to have some good resistance at gap fill here and 30 bucks even number, and then as it goes, you're not going to go straight. I mean, it could go straight down, but my area here would be 27.14 the gap fill. If you're long, tighten that stop up. If it pops back up, I'd take some profits. But right now you have good resistance up here, as you could tell, because when it went up, it came right back down. So be careful with that one. Almost at double bottom on sprints. I know, what can I say? Like the sprint. Stay away. Markets sell. This one's going lower on sprint. What is it? S, I think it is. Yeah, we looked at this one yesterday. Yeah, it's just gosh. I mean, there it is right there. I mean, you could go. I mean, you're not going to go too much further. I mean, then you're going to start catching this stuff here. But yeah, this one's pulling back real nice too. Let's see. Yeah, wow, something happened here. Some news came out. Now it's consolidating, setting up for the next leg down. So be careful with this one. Be careful if you're long in this one. This is setting up for lower prices. Let's see on the 60. Yeah, 60, you're below all the MAs on the daily. All right, guys, Chipotle 404.50 now. Come on, baby. Another buck. The power hour. I'm going to start cheering this thing on. Maybe Kramer will say something. Yeah, this is getting weak. This thing can usually be $6, 674 down in here, but it's just not. We had a nice, but honestly, pull back, nice retrace, get all the suckers on board, and then boom, this would have been the spot right here to short. Now you're kind of chasing it because you're coming into support, so you don't want to do it. Now, if it sets up and retraces back up into that line, then you can short it. Just stick with it like that. That's what I would do. All right, let's see. We're looking at CVS yesterday. Yeah, that too. All right, lost my butt on SLV. Be careful. Yeah, that's the SLV. I don't really watch that one. I'd rather stick with gold. Yeah, someone slaughtered it. I mean, look at that. Jeez. But right up, though, almost filled the gap up here, and then boom, right back down. SLV like gold, you're probably looking at gap fill around 1623 and then the 50 MA. It's a 16 buck. Just hold on tight. You're getting some people where they chased it all the way up here, silver, and you got some people flushing these guys out. So just stay strong on these. You did fill the gap right here today, as long as you're holding above here. But if you get back to there and then that gap fill around 1622, I mean, it might start to go lower. Your last line of defense is around $16 even number. And then, of course, down in here. But yeah, I mean, silver is going to fall. I think silver will people will sell silver to get into gold. Gold's just a better play, in my opinion, as well. But you're getting the same action in the SLV too. So just hold strong. If you pass gap window here, you're going to fill the gap probably here. And then you got the 50 MA, which has support as well. So just, there's really no pattern. It's just falling. So that tells me a lot of suckers are getting in here and someone's just flushing it in their face. That's what it's telling me. Hey, what's up, buddy? What's up, Brian? How's it going, man? Lost my button SLV. Yeah, looks like another opportunity to take SBA short at double top. All right, let's look at CBS. We did post a trade on this one. Is it going back up? Yeah, if you're not short CBS, short it up here. I have no problem with that one. You know, I mean, unless you want to wait patiently to get up in this area here, but man, that was a nice retrace back up to here. You have a little pivot there, and that's why it's kind of bogging out. But if you're not short CBS, take a small position. If it goes up a little higher, you can add a little bit more. But remember, if you get around the $70 area, 71, 72, you can add a little more there, then just hold tight. And now let's see if these markets can pull back. If the markets pull back, all these will start falling. And if this is the monthly chart play too, look at that. You're right back in the double top here. Yeah, I would definitely. And again, it could pair. A lot of these stocks are piercing and going to the even numbers or stretching out a little bit more. So don't, if you go here, do maybe 100 shares here, another 100 shares at 70, 71, and maybe another 100 if you want to do 300 shares or, a $20,000 position or whatever. That's fine. Ooh, SPY just kind of. You know what, guys? Hold on here. I'm going to pull up CMG here. You know what, guys? I think I'm just gonna dump, and that at least take half. You know what? I made a couple $100. I think that's good enough for me. I don't like the action in the SPY right now. I mean, again, we have light volume, but we're back below the 20 MA here. Let me pull up the SPY here. Here, this is what I'll do. I was like, wait, what do I do? What do I do? 10-minute. Let's go with the SPY right here. So I just don't, they see what they're doing. They bring people along and shake them out. Bring people along, shake them out. And that's what I don't like. All right, guys. I'm out of Chipotle. I'm just doing it. All right. 404.27. That's where I'm out at. And that's it. I'll take my money and run. Hey man, I'll take my what is it, 400 and something bucks? What I don't even. Oh, where's my screen? Yeah, a little over 400 bucks. Good enough. Good enough for me, man. And that's it. Rock and roll. So, and hey, I just don't like this, what's going on now. So I just, and it retraced enough. We're back into this area here. Let's pull up Chipotle again. So if you're in that trade with me, just sell it. If you want to hold it, you can. If the markets stay buoyant tomorrow, I just don't like the action in the SPY right now with this up and down crap. And I don't want to get stuck if they flush this thing out. And then I'm stuck in this thing and this thing's going. So yeah, we retraced back into the 250. That could be as far as it goes. This is where it started breaking down. So a lot of these guys that were buying long, trying to buy long, it got back up in this area and they might be selling too. So right now it is getting, we'll see. If it does close here though, it could continue up. Let's see. Yeah, I'm out. I'm done. I'm not going to mess around anymore. That's it. Let's see where we close. We got 5 seconds to this candle. But if it does close right there, it's a slightly bullish too, guys. So if you are still in it and holding on, let's see if we could get a little bit more. Yeah, of course. Now it's 404.52, 404.65. Of course. See, I sell. It's a light volume name. Now they're going to probably jerk it up a little bit more because they want me to chase. Oh my gosh, he sold his long. Okay, well let's chase it some more. Let's make it go up and see if he could chase. Yeah, there it goes. Did anybody catch that trade? Let me know. It was a little bit painful, but here it goes. I mean, it's going up now. It's 404.50 or so, 404.45. I just didn't like that SPY action on that last. It's been going up and down, up and down. We made a little bit. Well, it's okay. It's just end of the day. You know what? I just want to get out. Done. Take my money. Take my wife out for a nice steak dinner now. By getting killed, I agree with you. Bailing out on my CMG. Yeah, it could go up, but see how if anyone is in it, but notice how I sold mine. Now, if you guys are selling yours, see how they're popping it up a little bit. Let's see if these market makers will get people to chase this thing up. I wouldn't, you know what? I wouldn't doubt if it pushes up $3. Because if you did take the trade and we're taking off the longs right now, these market makers are going to want us to chase this thing. But again, if the SPY sells off the last half hour, this thing's going to be right back down to the lows again. And that's why it's like, you know what? I'm done. So I'm seeing some trades going off, 404.35, 404.38, 404.41. All right. So hopefully I got a piece of this thing. All right, cool. Good job, James. Hey, you know what? A couple bucks. If you got a bigger account, you take 500 shares. You could have got $1.50 out of it, and boom, $750 and done. So again, if there are more people taking this or they're taking their money off the table, I wouldn't doubt if this thing goes a little higher. But again, if the SPY starts to dump out, then it's not going anywhere. Nice retrace here, though, back into this area. You know what? Let me look at one other thing. Not that I did this one. Another way you could do this too, though, you know, from where this thing broke down, you could take a fib from here to here, just a smaller retrace. Look at that, 750 right there. But again, here we go. We're popping up a little bit again. So that's a pretty good retrace from the low. You're all the way to the 750, almost 100% retrace from where it broke down. God, you know, for me, at least it's like, see you later, done. But here we go. Watch this. It'll be like right to the 50 MA. Of course it's going to. If you're taking your money off the table, of course it's going to go higher because they want you to chase it. They, the market makers. They're like, holy crap, all these people are selling. What's going on? Yeah, there it goes. What's going on? We got to get people to chase it now. So if you held on to this trade, here we go, 404.70. Maybe it is you guys. I only have 19 people in here today, so. But you never know. 404.70. Look at that, though. Damn, it might even go up here. Oh well, whatever. We're done, or I'm done at least. Holy, this crap works. Yeah, yeah, right. Just because you left, yeah. You know, not you know, if a couple people did take that, but you got to remember, a lot of people technically were taking it down a gap fill. So when people were taking, you know, taking the long gap fill, well, they were dumping it out on all the longs. So as they were just bleeding out of their eyes, all the technical longs, stepped up and took it at gap fill. Remember what we said? The gap fill was right around 403, and I was like, hey, let this thing pierce. Let's see if we could get 50 cents, 25 cents on the pierce, and then we'll take the long. It pierced all the way down almost to the 402 even number, and boom, right back up. So as we're taking our trades off right here, thinking that, hey, you know what? It retraced up. We're almost back at the high where all the bag holders got left. So remember, if people are holding here for dear life, it comes back here and they get that extra buck or two out of here, $3. They're like, holy shit, just get me out of this thing at this point. But again, we're selling our long. Since we're selling, these assholes want us to chase it now. Even though the SPY's pulling back a little bit more, everyone who bought long here with me, they're selling it here. They're like, wait a minute, all these guys are selling it. Let's make them chase it. But then the person who sold it for $1.50 profit, it goes up another buck. They're like, oh shit, I better get back in. I'm going to buy it. Oh my God, there it goes. I mean, here we are, 404.89 now. Oh man, it's pretty flipping nuts. Isn't that nuts, guys? I mean, see how this shit works? It's kind of crazy. By getting killed, yeah. I got a piece of CMG. Thanks. VAL. There it goes. Look at that. Right back to the even number, right back to the breakdown area. You're going to have good resistance here. SPY dumps, this thing should start going. But you remember, it was an oversold condition. Unless the SPY really, oh man, this is interesting action, guys. We got the Qs coming in. We got the IWM at the lows. And Chipotle's going up now. Chase it, everybody. Chase it. Hurry. See, that's the thing with technical, guys. We were buying at the technical level. Now we're selling at the technical level up here. We're out. So if this thing comes down, whatever. Done. Who cares? Did anyone else catch that one? James did. What about, hold on a second. All right, Val. 200,000 on a day. Just not a lot of volume here. Ah, wow, look at that, though. Gee, look at that, though. Right here, you would have rolled calls right here. Oh, my gosh, that would have been epic. Let's look at the monthly real quick. Wow, look at that. The only thing I don't like about this one is the light volume. I'm not sure what is this? Is that Valspar? Do they actually have a stock? I don't even know. Could make so much money if I had the patience to hold on. Yeah, you can, but you know what? James, just take, I know it's still going up though, what are we at now? Almost 405, but still, we should have sold half and then rolled the rest up. But you know what? As I'm looking at the SPY and the SPY starting to come in, you want it, since it's a light volume market and that SPY starts to come in, that will drag everything down with it. So you got to keep an eye on the overall indexes too. As the Qs, the IWM, the DIA is starting to pull back, you don't want to be in a stock long. I mean, this one's oversold, so it's a little bit different, but you start hitting the 250, I still think we could probably get to the 382 retrace, but you got a great level here because you consolidated. That's resistance too. Then you have the even number at the 405, so you can't stick around with these. As everyone's buying technically here, say you have 10,000 technicians buying right here, 200-300 shares a piece, that's going to help push it up. You don't want to stick around in this one because next thing you know, Chipotle, all of a sudden it's one big red bar back to the lows. You want to take your money and run. That's what I always do. At Valspar, ERBMO. Okay. The hardest thing is to do is be on the right. Yeah, sit tight. Exactly. You got it. I read his book. Believe me. All right, hold on here, Val. Okay. Okay, Valspar. Okay, it is. Okay. Oh man, I like the setup. I like the fact it pulled back and it retraced and now it's trying to hold. If you want to take a small position of Val short, I would bless it. That would be fine. Puts are going to be tough, but they can hold this thing up. If you go puts, go out far enough and don't load the house. But it is an overextended chart. It could go a little bit higher. I mean, if you want to add shares here, then maybe 115. It could go to 120. Just to know that, but it's still in a pretty good uptrend here with the MAs pretty tight together. Oh man, 111. I like the 110 even number. If you want to take a short, you can. Don't go crazy. Make sure you have enough to add. Apparently, they had news or earnings here. It is a light volume name, so that's the other reason you get an upgrade on this thing and push up. But for me, I like the extended move, and I like the fact that we're in the time frame where this whole market can possibly fall apart. If this falls apart, you'll be at 106 real quick, and then God forbid, you could come down here and fill this gap at 97. That's not a bad trade. But remember, look at if you would have bought puts right here, you'd be getting hammered right now. So, but it's great though because it is consolidating, and we're right in that time frame where these markets can fall apart. So puts just go small, shares no problem. A spread maybe even go on this bear call spread. You could possibly do maybe bet on go out a couple weeks or so if you can and bet on maybe 111 area that's going to close under. But again, these markets it can still take. We have 36 million on the day. It's pathetic, guys. Let's see, anything else? CMG, yeah, CMG still trying to pop through. Remember the 50 or 405 even number. That's a big area of resistance too, as well as the consolidation. But see how it ran into that and it stayed, and see how it's having some problems right now. When with the SPY coming in, everything's going to have a problem. Gosh, Netties, we should have done that short. Damn it, that thing's still coming in. Like that one there. Boom, right there would have been your area. 294 even number, and then the Pierce of right now that would have been about $1.25 on that trade too. Damn. GS is coming in. What else? Costco's still kind of holding on for dear life. Amazon's falling pretty good. Not like a brick, but right back in the red. See, that SPY comes in and you don't want to be in anything long. I'm telling you guys. Is anyone shorting Facebook? Can't decide? Short it, Jonathan. Short that piece of what. Yeah, don't take a big position, but you got to get in that one. Do that one. Do Goldman. Do JPM. Do Apple. All those high flyers. Do a little bit in each one, and I guarantee those things are going to pay. These markets come in, it's going to be lights out. You got to do those trades, guys. When this thing falls apart, we're at the lows of the day almost on the SPY right now. See how Chipotle's hanging on though, because it is an overbeaten stock. But if the SPY starts to sell in the next 20 minutes, Chipotle's going right back down. Come on, John. Let's do it, baby. EWZ. Anybody else? Any stocks? Punch them up. Let's get some other stuff going. EWZ. See, but Chipotle stayed under the 405 number, though. So let's see if the SPY. Ooh, look at the sell on the SPY, guys. Yeah, baby. All right, I'm putting the SPY over here, guys. There we go. Back to the lows of the day. This is good for if you're short. We needed to close below these lows of today. Yeah, look at that. Come on, keep going. Everybody cheer together. Everyone cheer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. IWT, IW. Oh man, look at this crap. Hold on here. Ooh, the frickin' transports are down 105. Wow, we're not in a confirming downtrend right now. Wow, we're 46 down, 18. Woo, turning red, turning red. But again, we're holding this double bottom down here. So no fireworks yet. Let's see if we could crack through that. If we crack through that, then we're going to go to that next gap fill, what we were talking about, right around. Let's see if I can pull that up. Yeah, maybe I'll keep the SPY over here from now on. Where was that? I got it over here. Hold on. 136.51 is the next gap fill. So let's stick a line in here. Not right there. That would have been close enough for government work. Right there. All right, here we go. This could be, you remember, the SPY is the fly, the gap fill is the crap. So, oh man, look at this. We could get if we get a flush out, that's going to be a beautiful thing. Price line's coming in. Where's Chipotle? Oh, Chipotle's coming in now. See, and that's why we wanted to get out of Chipotle. All right, hold on here. This is getting to be fun now. I'm heavy short the markets, guys. I'm loaded to the house. So, yeah, it was a nice retrace here. If you're long on this one, EWZ, I would probably start taking some off the table if these markets come in. You came to the 618 retrace again, it came down, retrace back up, trying to recapture the 50 MA. Now it's pulling back a little bit. Not that it's gonna, it still could go to 45. But if you are long, tighten up those stops and see if we can, possibly retrace back up to the $40 area. You had the big even number, the big 618 retrace. That's going to be the area where it's possibly going to end. Let's see where this thing stopped, though. Yeah, look at that right there. Wow. Can't make this shit up, guys. Right there was your area for the bounce. Yeah, I mean, that could be short-lived. Look at this. Nice retrace, and then they jammed it to everybody. Love that. But yeah, this could be the retrace where they, take all the longs out again. So be careful. If you're long, tighten it up. Short, there's better shorts out there to trade for me. I'd rather take the ones we were talking about, the high flyers, the DPZs, the CBSs, the UNH, the whatever we've been talking about. The Bell Spar is pretty good for a short. Hold on. All right, AUPH. That's another one too. So yeah, just be careful with this one here. AUPH. All right, guys, got a lot going on now. Yeah, nothing to do here. There's just not enough here. This thing IPO'd. There's nothing here. Nice move though. Jeez, some news or so. I mean, something came out here. I don't know what it was. Yeah, stay away from that one. I wouldn't. I'm not trading that one. No way. Yeah, that's just news-driven stock. It has trades nothing. Something's coming up on this or whatever the news is. Stay away. There's no technicals up here at this point. But if you're long, I would be taking money off the table. I wouldn't be sitting around waiting for your butt to get kicked. But I don't know. I don't know what this is. If it's a marijuana stock, maybe hold on to it. I guess those are probably getting ripe to take off. But all right, guys, SPY 236.51. Let's see if that's going to hold support. That's gap fill. If this thing comes straight into it, I would expect lower prices. End of the day, I'm not doing this trade. If we flush through that, it's going to be a very interesting next day and the next. Look, guys, look at Amazon. Something's up here. Anybody know any news on Amazon? Not that it's flushing good, but something's up with Amazon. Somebody's coming in and dumping. You're going to get massive distribution in these stocks. And when you do, this is what's going to happen. And it's just going to be one big red candle down. Everyone's going to run for the exit, and this market's going to be done. Be very careful if you're long in these markets. You like that, Suzanne? I'm ripping on Facebook, short 4-0. If this one goes as planned. Tesla, I've done 2-0. Nice. We've been ripping Facebook. We've been ripping a bunch of them. I don't care. Just keep shorting them. Small positions, make your money, and get the hell out. Natural gas, I started last month. Should be catching a move soon. UNG, possibly. Well, I'm going to keep. Well, we're holding that. Look at that. They're holding that double bottom right now. UNG. Let's take a quick look at that one. But see how the SPY's bouncing right now. Look at Amazon. SPY sells 3 in a row. Amazon down 3 in a row. Google down 3 in a row. JPM down 3 in a row. Apple down 3 in a row. Don't tell me that, you can't tell me this is not a market trade. All right, look. So there's Apple. Here's Apple, 3 down. Here's Google, 3 down. Let's look at Facebook. I guarantee 3 down. Nope, not B. What the hell's B? That's not Facebook. All right, maybe I can get this in here, guys. I'm getting all excited now. Facebook, 3 down. What else here? Gosh, Goldman Sachs getting someone's dumping in that one. 3 down. What else? What other stocks? The Qs are 3 down. Let's go. McDonald's will probably be different because that's more of a safety haven play. But let's see. Well, going down. So yeah, we shorted right up in here too. 128, 129. McDonald's, we're gonna go get some garlic fries. Something like that. UNG. UNG. Let's see if this little piggy was taken out. Yeah, there you go. See, the only thing with the UNG, though, you're down in a bearish pattern on the bigger time frame. That's the only thing that scares me. I think this has lower to go before it actually goes up. Same with oil, too, the USO. I think these have all lower to go. If the markets come in, it's all going lower at least one more time. Gold now hopefully will stay buoyant, and then we'll go from there. Why is BA stalling? Probably because Kramer's piping it, Ruben. But yeah, give it time though. It might, it's stalling out. To give it, this is a nice pattern. Look at that though. Someone's coming in here and doing something here. It's got a little bit more volume here. This is a nice bullish pattern though for an intraday move. But we'll see. They're not all gonna do it. Most of them do. But if the SPY keeps going down like it is in the last 10 minutes, you watch this thing. This thing should come down. But apparently something's up with this one because you got some volume towards the end of the day. Maybe Trump's tweeting or something. This is Boeing, right? Yeah. So maybe that's what. See how the volume's coming in on this one from the last like 50 minutes ago. So when the SPY was going sideways like this, right here, some volume was coming in, and then something's going on. But they tried pushing it here, and then it came right back in. Pushed it again, came right back in. SPY goes lower. You're going to fill this gap, and I wouldn't doubt if this comes in. But most of the stocks will fall when the SPY falls, especially on light volume. I mean, even Tesla's going as well. FIJ's natural gas, what I thought UNH was. Yeah, no, UNH is natural gas, isn't it? Or UNG. UNG. That's natural gas. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, UNH. Yeah, that's United Health Group. All right, SPYs, man. Volume sucks still, but let's see where the volume is on this one. So 3 million on that candle. Someone's coming in a little bit of distribution in my book. Lockheed to play since seems like Trump stock. Yeah, Lockheed, you could short that one too. That one's probably, what's the symbol on Lockheed? LMT maybe? I got it over here. Hold on. We have a short trade in that. We only have a quarter position. We've been holding the quarter position for dear life. We had a short and then we covered here. We had a quarter position. We should have added more here and right back down. SPY selling off a little bit more, guys. I mean, it's holding there, but yeah, LMT here, you can do that one. Yeah, right here would have been your short area. Look at that, perfect double top, right back down. SIG, what's SIG? Did we look at that one? SIG. Yeah, nothing to do. Gosh, look at that though. Is there a double top or something over here? Or is that just so that's where it IPO'd. Yeah. Oh, man, look at that one. Falling like freaking. Yeah, I wouldn't touch. 50 bucks if you want to go long, around 50 bucks. Actually, I'd let it pierce, maybe 46, 47. If this thing gets a straight shot in the 50, 47, 48, 50, you got to pierce. It's a monthly chart. This is where you want to be at step up as buy. If the markets are flushing, you do not want to touch this one. You'd be a buyer around 30 bucks. This low pivot here around 40. So yeah, so keep this one on the record about 50 bucks, 40 bucks. Markets are dumping. Let it go a little bit lower. Oh, let's see here. Where are we at now? Oh, SPY. Yeah, LUB. Lockheed Martin. Nat Gas is a seasonal. Yeah, the seasonal play too as well. You got it. That too. All right, guys. Last 10 minutes here. I'll stick around a little bit longer. Hold on. I got to take a look. I got to check my emails, guys. See what's going on here. Again, if you're not a member to my website, StockBookie.com, come on over, sign up. It's free. I do some live streaming like this. I'll send out an email. We do videos, educational stuff, trades. I'm trying to put some more of our swing trades out there on my site in a spreadsheet, so you know what trades are out there, where you can just open it up and look at them all, and all that good stuff. You can follow me on StockTwits, Twitter. You subscribe to me on my YouTube page. Everything's under StockBookie, guys. So, but the big one is my website. Eventually, I will not be. You're going to have to come there and sign up and actually get all my stuff there, even if it's free. I just trying to keep trolls out and stuff like that. We had some people come in here and just start posting crap over and over and over. I finally learned how to block people, so that's been pretty good lately. But eventually I want to do it in a like a go-to-meeting setting where we can talk and chat, where everyone can talk, where I'm not the only one blabbing. Because I want to find some more option traders too. We have a good group of people as well, but the more the merrier, guys. I want to understand these options a little bit more. I never really traded them. I've always shorted calls and puts, but I never really bought calls or bought puts. So I was always told not to do that because they're just not dangerous vehicles. But if you get complacent markets, like there's a time and a place for those. And if you're get a complacent market like these markets have been in the last 7 months, you're getting your ass roasted. That's the bottom line. You go into the SPY. Again, if you're new to this, .com, housing crash, now we're up here. You think if you think we're going higher, you must be watching Kramer. That's the only thing I can say. Well, man, let me tell you, on the month, if we could start going down, we might get a nice reversal on the monthly candle. Looks like we're going to close at the lows of the day, guys. Someone wants out of these markets, and they don't want to be in them anymore. Period. But as I wanted to show you, daily charts, if you're buying puts on the SPY, you're just getting roasted. I mean, this thing goes up on I think this was the Brexit, and then it's just stayed. The Trump, go short if Trump gets in, and we're 800 down on the freaking Dow after hours when he got in, and then magically it goes straight back up. Holy crap, this stuff drives me nuts. But if you're buying puts, you're getting hammered, But if you're writing puts, holy crap, you're making a ton of money. Gosh, look at Nettie's too. Nettie's still coming in. That one, gosh, I should have told you guys to take this one. That was a great area too. I just, being at the end of the day and stuff like that. Wow, look at that, still coming in. But great support or great resistance right in this area. And you got the 200 MA, never held, boom, right back down. Look at that. That's almost $3 now. And Chipotle's holding on still, which I'm surprised. We still got a couple minutes left. Chipotle's still holding on for dear life. Thanks, bud. You coming in tomorrow? Maybe. We'll have to see. Anyone else still can't short snap? I guess I guess you can short snap, but don't do it yet. All right, unless the markets fall apart, let that thing come down and just go long in it. If you want to do it that way. Yeah, but I guess they're share short. I thought that they'd come out at least another week or two, but I guess some, I think Interactive Brokers had some. I didn't even ask my broker. I'm just staying away from it. It'd probably go down, but I don't care. I'm in so many positions right now, I could really care less. But eventually, though, long snap maybe, but maybe around $10 if it got there. I don't even know where. Snap 21.23, so they got that thing pegged on that one there, huh? Yeah, they're holding it there. So gosh, what? And everybody. Oh, a bunch of people bought up here. 20. Oh my gosh, here it goes. And then bam, right back down their face. Gosh, I hate that. Weekly calls on CMG went from 4 to 6. Really? No way. From that low? Wow. Yeah, that was a good low. That, I mean, it held pretty good. Like, you had the 750 retrace, you had the gap fill, and that's pretty much where it stopped. I thought maybe we could get down to this lower trend line here, but that's where CMG stopped. I mean, you might even get a little more bounce out of it. But see how when the market started coming in on the last candle, then they gave some up here. But you got to remember, when we were buying, we were selling. So as everyone was selling, they were trying to make it go up still. Don't do it yet. And SPY's catching a little bit of it. They're trying to hold this thing. They're trying to close it above the low of the day. That's what these guys are trying to do. So if it closes below that low of the day and this low of the day from yesterday, that's slightly more on the bearish side. So we got 5 more minutes left to this day. Let's see if they can get it back above the 237.01 area. And you're going to have natural resistance there at the even number 2. And here they come. So let's see if we close above the 237 or if they bring it back down. We have 4 minutes left. Bought the 24 off the 27 dip. And snap, it still snapped. Yeah, right, exactly. It's like that plug stock. It was going up, and then they unplugged it. And then it fell like a brick. So that was another story. I told some people this one. It was going up around 12, and 12 had some good resistance. And I was telling a buddy of mine, it's like, you better get out, kind of like dry ships. But it's going up, and they say on CNBC, and then the next day it was a $6 stock, and then it went down, I was like, you sold, right? And he's like, well, no. I was like, no. It's like, you're killing me. We went short, and we rode that thing down to the basement, but it's like, wow, it's like, oh, like dry ships. You had all those things, all those people on StockTwits. Oh my gosh, it's dry ships. I'm going to be a millionaire. And then 2 days later, they halted it. Now what is dry? Gosh, you get a big profit, guys. Take it and run. Don't wait around. Oh my gosh, it's a dollar. Then they did a reverse split, so I don't know where that, when it popped up, it said 800. This was actually like 110 or 108 or something like that. So they did an 8-to-1 split maybe. And then look at that, straight back down. And people are still trying. But it's dry ships. It should go up. That's what this guy said. And then when it was 100, there were guys upgrading it to 300. It was like, oh my gosh. They halted it and straightened in, gosh, even here at 40 bucks, 50 bucks, even on the first day, I was telling you, take something off the table. And then when it hit the 200 moving average, say, you take some off the table. And when it got above it to the even number, it was like, please. And everyone's like, shut up, StockBookie. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm making $1 million and you're losing your ass, you loser. And it's like, all right, we'll see. And when they halted it, it was like, well, they all blocked me. I couldn't talk shit to them, but I don't post stuff for the hell of it and make fun of people. I'm posting stuff on here to say, hey, this could possibly happen on this stock. So if you're long or short or whatever way, and I'm telling the opposite, think about your trade, because I'm seeing something on the charts that's telling me it might go up or down. So be careful with this stuff, guys. Dries is a cuss word for yeah, exactly. You got it. Yeah, people, are you short? Yeah. Not yes. Yes. We put out that trade yesterday, so yes, we are short this one. Is it coming in? Yeah, look at that. Yeah, if you go to my Twitter page, let's pull it up. Actually, you know what? Everything's pretty much real time here. This is yeah. So I am not lagging today. I don't think I am. But no, if you go on here, ALB, we added more. Where's that one right now? Oh, ALB is coming back in. When we took half off. Our March calls we took off. NVIDIA, we only had a couple of those. We didn't have a lot of those. Dallas, we covered half, or DAL, Dallas. MLM, we did it today again. And MLM's at 210 now, so that one's coming in again. Jonathan, there you are. Hold at least a quarter position. Let it ride, baby. Gold we're in. That's my average price long, 110.59. So we're still in the money a little bit. There it is right there, 131.20. Slow and steady, double top at 136. So I was saying, you know what? Start adding just in case. If it gets to 136, you got to add, 134, 135, add a little bit more, just slow and steady. But if you could put a decent sized position on here, do it. If you do $10,000 worth, do 10 grand. If it pulls back 5%, get out. It's 500 bucks. See you on the next day. And right now we're, a little bit in the money. So yeah, but go to my Twitter site. You can not, not all of them, like I said. Why isn't that there? You go. I don't want all that stuff on there. CLX we added, CBS we added short. Excuse me, guys. UAL we added short on March 3rd. We covered half of that one. Where's that one today? Did we close? Where'd they close it? Hold on. Did they get above it? Look at that, 230. Are you kidding me right now with this? 237. Where was the low of the day yesterday? Oh, it might be one. Why is 237.01? Last price was 237. Does everybody have 237 for their last price on? Hold on, let me pull it up on here. Hold on. 237 was the last price. Really? So where was this one at? 237.01. But why does my print show in 237.04? Let's see if they change that print, because right now we did close 1 penny below that low of yesterday. If that's out at that, I have to get my hold on here. Where was the low? Yeah, 230. Wow, we closed a penny below it, but the print's showing 237 even, but the candle's showing 237.04. So let's see if they adjust that. Right now, that's a weak close, guys. So be careful with this market. All right, let's see. Are you short? Yes, Urban and ABM earnings this afternoon. Oh, okay. ABM, Urban, I got out way too soon. Laugh aloud, left so much on it. Yeah, you know what, Jonathan? You got the trade. Who cares? I'm just saying, that's why a lot of those, if you really want to get out, sell 3/4 and hold a quarter and just let it ride. Anyone playing earnings? Nah, I like the way ET is setting up. Yep, me too. Exactly. 237.05. That's what yeah, that's what, but my last print shows 237, even number. I'm gonna have to look at this a little. Right here, I got it right here, 237 last price. I'll have to look that. Yeah, because then on that one I got 237.04 of my last price on the chart, that is, but the last price on this actual is 237. I'll have to look at that. You know what? Let me see. Yeah, even on yeah, I got 237 even. Does that everybody else have 237? Cat has one for crazy cup. Yeah, I don't follow cup and handle patterns. I can't figure out what's a cup, what's the handle, what's this. Let's see. Cats. Did it go up again today? Yeah, a little bit. That was another one. I went right back up. Look at that. Short, cover, short, cover, short, cover. Just keep it going. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, 237 you have. Yep, 237, one chart, and two. Really? I got 237 on my E signal. Let me see. Hold on. On another I got 237. Hold on, let me check one more here. Let's see what this one's showing. Yeah, that's weird. You got to remember that's a big area. We talked about that low, so let me log into another platform I use, see what they're coming up with. I got 237 on two of my platforms. I'm going to open up one more to see what's going on here. That's on my Active Trader Pro. So you got 237 on one chart and 235 on another. Yeah, see, that's, but I got closing price on my chart here at 234 or 237.04. All right, hold on a second here though. We got some earnings plays, like you said. All right, let's see. Anyone playing earnings? Was it Urban? Let's see. URBN. Let's see what's going on with that one. All right, let's pull this one back up too. I need this one too. So Urban. All right, is it up, down, not doing nothing? Let's see if we maybe we'll get something out of this one. Who knows? Let's go 24-hour. Yeah, guys, what I do normally, this is my setup here. I got my 10-minute, my 60-minute, my daily charts. That's what I'm looking for. So we got Urban and ABM. That's another one, ABM. This one go yet? Nope, nothing's going yet. Let's go back to stock twits. Okay, all right, yeah, I'm seeing the trend line that you posted for CMG. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Perfect. All right, let's see what they're coming up. Red. Any other VRX is going. Any other earning plays? Target's still going down. Damn, I called $50 on that one. Everyone laughed at me there, and still going down. AK Steel today showing a little bit down. Is that why? Yeah, US Steel's getting blasted too. Jeez. Citigroup's up a little bit today. What else? Any other earnings? Well, we got Urban. I think if that had earnings today, let's see if that's coming out. Oh yeah, there's something's going on now. So let's see if this one's bouncing around for us. Yeah, so not a little bit down after hours, but it's still a little bit early. Let's see if it continues going. Let's see here. Yeah, anyone play 52-week highs? Had a friend of mine say it's not a bad setup. For which one, Michael? UA? Trader Pro. Play 52-week highs. Had a friend say bad setup. Which one was a 52-week high on UA? That's a 52-week low. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're at the 52-week low, sure. I mean, it's not bad, but if the markets sell, this thing's going a lot lower. That's what you got to watch out for on this stuff. You know, if this thing's really start to go, it's gonna be bad news for everybody, not just this stock. You know, it's not I'm not like, oh no, this is the one that's bad, blah blah blah. But no, this is This has just been brutal. So UA, be careful with that one. Urban, oh, going up. All right, let's see, 27. 27, I would wait maybe 28 bucks if it got there. I mean, if you could really wait patiently, I'd wait for 31 if this went higher. I don't know if it's going to go higher. What was the other one? The ABM? That one going off yet? No. All right, guys, let's go back to the SPY. Yeah, that was weird. Hold on, I got one more. I just launched my other. Let me see what I got on this one here. For the closing price on the SPY, I got 237 on 3 of my platforms, even number. Wow, but like I said, my chart's showing a little bit higher, so I'm not, that is interesting. I'd have to go back and see time of sales. I don't think I could pull it that far back. Yeah, I'll have to see, just to see what time that went through and what the official closing price was. But yeah, I got 3 platforms saying 20 or 237, guys. Just in general. Yeah, no, it isn't a bad setup. UA, I agree with that. You know, with going, you know, with playing a low play. I totally agree with that. You know, we were talking about this one too with some other people, but if you go back a little bit further, let's go back on the monthly. Oh no, it doesn't. This one. Well, this one isn't there, that's under our, isn't there a UAA or a UUA? Is this the other one? I don't know what, like they're 2 different companies, whatever. See, this is the one I was looking at. Look at that. Look at that there. I still think we could get to 15 bucks on this one. That's where I'd be a buyer on this one, because that one didn't have a lot of charts or anything. I think it's UAA. And yeah, this thing's breaking down to me. To me, it is. If it's not holding this $20 even number, this thing's breaking down. We'll be going lower. That's what will happen with this one. So, all right, guys. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm starving. It's 2 o'clock in Phoenix, Arizona. That's where I'm located. And got a couple things I got to take care of today. And love doing these live sessions. I really appreciate you guys coming, following me. Remember, go to my website, sign up for StockBookie.com. All my stuff will be on there. Follow me on StockTwits. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And let's make some more money in these markets. It looks like Chipotle did hold up the rest of the day. If anyone held that one, just remember, you know, just be buoyant in these markets. And tomorrow, this thing, you know, it's still pulled up. We did close above that area. We did close at 404.90, so not a bad showing off this double bottom and this gap fill. That was a pretty good trade. Maybe get a little bit more follow through. If you are long in this trade, we get up another couple bucks. Just get the hell out of it and take the money and run. If the markets gap down tomorrow, this will most likely gap down with the markets. All right, guys. He does rock, no joke, man. Thanks for the help. Yeah, you know, well, if you follow me on StockTwits, I will talk shit to people and stuff like that. But you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna? You got to talk shit, you know. I mean, like AMD, when everyone laughed at me or shorting that one, but it's like, damn, are you laughing now? It pulled back almost $3, where you could have actually pulled back $2 or whatever, 250. You could have saved yourself $2.50. But then I go back to talk to people and they all block me. It's like, geez, unbelievable. You're blocking me? I'm giving you good advice. You know, I'm not making this crap up. But CMG though, guys, look at this. I mean, this is a monthly chart. This thing's setting up for lower prices. But you know what? There's going to be a time, guys, when all this stuff bombs, we're going to be looking for longs. And when we get into these longs, you're going to do the same shit. They're going to ride them all the way up, and I'm going to even be a, you know, buy and hold, you know, well, maybe for a couple of weeks or so or whatever. But you know, we'll get our money out of these. But you know, this thing breaks down. All these stocks break down. We're going to find levels with support. And when we go long with it, if we do flush out in the next couple of weeks, we will find good long areas to step up to the plate and buy long, because you know Grandma Yellen and all her henchmen, they're going to come in and do the buying here. So, all right, let's just look at LDAR, ES, LFT, Texan. Send me an email with those. Maybe I'll do a quick video tonight or something. If not, come to the next live session. I'm hopefully gonna have some time tomorrow, so I'm gonna come on. I'd like to come on earlier in the morning. I got to see what our setup is with my kids and their tutoring and all that crap in the morning. But if I could get on the charts early, I'd love to be on in the morning where everyone's looking and we could come up with some good levels and find some good scalps and make some more money. So, hey, no problem, Jonathan. Everybody, thanks again for coming. Sign up, tell your friends, tell your wife, tell your husband, whatever. It's all that good stuff, guys. All right, man. Everyone have a great night, and take care of yourself. Hug your kids, all that good stuff. So, all right. God bless everybody. See you on the charts.